podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
BoxingVoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punching? When I was hitting him with body punching, I heard him, actually he was crying in there. You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? Yes. When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on?
BoxingVoice.com.
So you knew you had him by that time? Absolutely, but I knew he was touching and taking those punches.
Dazn Productions.
Making women gestures like, oh.
Let's go, champ.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, and we are back with another one. This time we will be discussing Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. Sounds like deja vu. It's because it is. We just talked about this kind of yesterday when Earl and Sean and the WBC made that unification official. Terrence Crawford was forced to come into the subject. But this time, Errol Spence taking to the media and taking shots at Crawford, saying that he's being illy promoted or wrongfully promoted or under promoted, saying that Vasil Lomachenko is getting a bigger push than Terrence Crawford, even on Terrence Crawford's very own fight nights. So this is something that we are discussing here today, and if you want to partake on this topic, you know the number to call in is 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline. Now, you can also add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation and go ahead and join in on the fun. If you don't have the Skype app, download it free on the Android app market or the iPhone app market. And while you're there, download the Patreon-only app so you can get hip to our betting show. We just dropped a new episode on Friday as well as a betting tip on Wednesday. Don't miss out as we have parlays hot and ready for this weekend's fights. But let me get on out to my co-host and see how he feels as he's the resident Crawford fan to hear Earl take so many shots. Lengthy quotes, which we will give you.
Dazn Productions.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
BoxingVoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. He stayed out before he said it.
A man stand up for what he believe in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo, what's up, everybody out there in the TBB universe? Welcome back. Yeah, man, it's Saturday, but we still working hard. And I seen this great movie last night. I was thinking, why not me go out and grab these Infinity Stones and snap my fingers and make everybody who didn't buy the Terrence Bud Crawford pay-per-view disappear? But I thought about it. Shit, I'll be one of those people, so I couldn't do it. But anyway, yeah, we'll break it down. We'll get into it. Errol Spence comes out, says that Terrence Crawford is under-promoted. He's not getting the same push that Vasil is, and that Bob Arum has pretty much failed him. But we'll break that down and we'll dive into it a little bit more. But yeah, what's going on, everybody?
Yeah, I mean, Crawford's exact words, or should I say Spence's exact words, where Arum is doing Crawford dirty, promotes Lomachenko more. I mean, you're a top-ranked fan and a Crawford fan. Do you feel he's being under-promoted any less than Lomachenko?
Honestly, no, because every time they bring up one of those guys' name, they bring up the other. Because it's always like 1 and 2 pound per pound are both on our channels. During the Loma week, they told you that Loma was pound for pound, but they also told you that Terrence Crawford would be in the ring next week. They had promos showing throughout the Lomachenko fight, and the same way with Terrence Crawford during his fight, they gave you a little flashback to what Loma did to Crawford. So I think both guys are getting the same promotional push. I just think that Loma might be getting a little bit more because,
whoa. You can't say same and then say a little bit more.
My bad. Could seem like he's getting a little bit more because of the short time he's been a professional, and but all the title fights he's had till now.
Okay. Well, Errol Spence posted a tweet, which you can find on the YouTube channel if you're watching us on YouTube. Enjoy the live stream as we've stepped it up tremendously. While you're there, hit that thumbs up button. Help the visibility of the show by hitting the thumbs up and making other boxing fans aware. But he says, Mr. Line 'em up. And he's got a bowling ball with the pins. And he said, told ya, tables turn. Hashtag unification time. Hashtag man down. Hashtag I can't be avoided. Hashtag strap season. Listen, Mike, I want to ask you, why do you think he's saying hashtag I can't be avoided as if like he's the one being avoided? I mean, in your eyes and other Crawford fans' eyes, he's the one avoiding Crawford.
Honestly, when I didn't take that tweet towards Crawford. I took that tweet more towards Sean Porter because Errol Spence always said that Sean Porter didn't want to fight him. Sean Porter could have had the fight before Mikey Garcia, but he chose not to take it. So I took that more towards Sean Porter than Terrence Crawford, meaning that he can't be avoided because. Make no mistakes about it. I don't think Bob Arum was trying to avoid him this week when he put that call into Al. It just seemed like Al had other plans for his fighters right now.
Yeah, those plans are to make them true A-sides and $1 million fighters. You know what I mean?
That's the quote I want to get to. That first little paragraph. Go ahead and break it down for me. Or you want me to read it?
His promoter needs to do a better job promoting him. I guess, Spence said, referring to Crawford. I feel like he was a failure on the promotional side. So I think Bob needs to get back to the drawing board if he thinks me and Crawford's going to be 50-50 down the middle deal. If I'm bringing in probably over 400 pay-per-view buys and he's doing 100 and something, why should we split it if we fight each other? I'll end it there and see what's your thoughts.
My thoughts are, if you were so much of a pay-per-view star or pay-per-view attraction, why is your next fight not being talked about pay-per-view? Or could it be the certain dance partner you have that makes these fights pay-per-view? With Mikey Garcia, we've seen that, yeah, you are a pay-per-view success along with the help of Mikey. But it seems like you guys are going backwards and not forwards. And I understand the PBC.
So would you consider Deontay Wilder going backwards?
Let me finish my statement. It seems like the PBC are not trying to bombard the fans with pay-per-view, and I can understand that. But it seemed like Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao had a little bit more cachet on getting their pay-per-view than Spence and Porter. So I feel like when these guys, Errol and Crawford, come together, that does more numbers than any pay-per-view that any other welterweight can do with each other.
So you feel the same way about Deontay? I'm just saying, like.
You know I do. That's my whole stance. I've been here saying that. If you got the last key of the puzzle and you know your worth and you know your value, but one thing about Deontay that he is doing that Crawford is not, he's ingratiating himself with the media and the boxing fans and boxing public, which is great. It's a great thing, but sometimes that's just not in a person's MO. I.e. Crawford, he's not that kind of guy that's going to be boisterous and overly state his opinion, if not ask. Now, if you rub him the wrong way, then you'll get that Crawford that we all want to see more.
I hear you, man. I don't know, man. Tables turn, man. There's only one dude.
No.
Putting on shows.
Rebut what I just said. Do you agree with what I'm saying, or do you feel like Errol Spence the clear-cut A-side, or do you think the dance partners, like we always say?
Nah, man. Nah, my man's clear-cut A-side. I'm just saying, keep it real, Mike. Listen to this little analogy. Name the Ocampos on... I'll say that again since your earphones was out. Name the Ocampos on Crawford's resume. Hometown fight. Let him go home. Where he did 15,000 tickets versus an Ocampo-like fighter. Not a Gamboa, not a known fighter, like Oh, who the fuck is Ocampos? Earl thinks I hate him because I was shitting on Ocampos and a couple of his opponents. So like,
why were you shitting on Ocampos when it was like mandatory?
Because, man, pay that nigga step aside money, bro. We don't know that dude. That's what I'm saying about Danny. Danny got old money. He's still spending money from 88. You know what I'm saying? Because he like, oh, I ain't fighting Postal. Fuck that bum. You know
Hey, Felix Diaz.
Who?
Felix Diaz.
What's that?
He was in Omaha.
Yeah, I mean,
matter of fact,
but Felix Diaz got good cachet. Felix Diaz, hold on, champ, hold on. You know Felix Diaz got good cachet. He was on PBC on Fox or PBC on ESPN.
The level of Campos, man.
Hold on, he ain't the level of Ocampos, though. He not. He a gold medalist, and he fought Lamont Peterson. He fought Lamont Peterson on Fox or ESPN terrestrial TV, where Ocampos ain't do that. Ocampos ain't bring a ticket. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, he ain't bring a ticket. His mom, his uncle, his brother, and the 5 corner members, those was the tickets he sold to that fight with Earl. So, yeah, I think Earl's clear-cut.
What about John Molina Jr.?
Again, mad cachet. You ain't been watching Boxing Up, and I'm not trying to take those shots. I know people like, oh, he trying to take shots. So, remember, John fought Hank Lundy, a.k.a. Mr. TV, a.k.a. coming to a TV near you, like 10 years ago on ESPN. John Molina been around. He also fought Mickey Bay, a Floyd Mayweather fighter, right? So Mickey Bay goes like this. Hey, Floyd, I'm kicking his ass. Salute to you, while Floyd's in the audience. And John Molina, boop, knocks him out. After Mickey Bay been beating him 11 straight rounds on ESPN, he got cocky, tried to salute Floyd. Molina sleeps him. Same thing he did to Lundy. No, Molina got cachet. Plus Molina fought Broner. No, Molina got cachet. I mean, plus he fought Lucas Matisse. No, Molina got cachet. Stop it, champ.
All right, you got me. I mean, I don't know his well, I'm not saying that I don't know his resume, but I don't know what the fights necessarily were, so I can't really bring up name. But was Postal in Omaha?
Postal.
I believe he was.
I don't know, but I would stay away from talking about that fight. You know how that is. You know what I mean? That fight is the one where it's like, he only did 50,000 pay-per-view, but I wouldn't even talk about that fight.
I mean, it is what it is.
I would hide that fight.
Everybody can have
I mean, from my time watching boxing, I think there's only 2 people that ever did 50,000 pay-per-views, and it's good because he's at least going down with a legend. But like, you're going down with a legend, though. You know what I'm saying? You're not going up with a legend, like you're going down with a legend. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, you did the same numbers as B-Hop and Roy, and that just goes to show we didn't want to see B-Hop Roy. It was sell past date, long overdue. So it's like, nah, we don't want that. Just like we didn't want Crawford. But look, that's neither here nor there. What we gonna do is we gonna go back to this article, BoxingScene.com, where it says neither Fox, which distributes the Spence Garcia fight on March 16th at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, nor ESPN, which distributed the Crawford fight, or Crawford should I say, have released numbers, Mike. So all these numbers are speculation and or insiders, but they do go on to say that.
Hey, Ron G, if you're listening, man, what's that guy's name on Twitter that does all those ratings and like rankings and shit? Let me know, man. But that's surprising that the official numbers.
Spence and Garcia reportedly drew between 350 and 400,000 pay-per-view buys. Multiple sources have indicated to BoxingScene.com that Crawford and Khan produced less than half the buys of Spence Garcia generated. So again, no official numbers from the 2 distributors, but we've been following Boxing Scene for a long time. We take their words on it.
Somebody else we've been following for a long time, whose word is very, very valuable. In
Coppinger?
No. Lance Pugmire.
Okay, what's Lance saying?
Pugmire. Arum would neither confirm nor deny info from an industry source that the traditional pay-per-view buys for Terrence Crawford and Amir Khan was 150K. But he responded, we're in a new era, and that bout extra digital buys were so explosive, no one has seen anything like it. So Bob Arum thinks that the people who didn't order, well, the 150,000 people that ordered it on the regular cable box that traditionally ordered, he feels like, I guess, that they've seen a big boom of people ordering it on ESPN Plus, the digital platform, where you were able to order the pay-per-view too.
So what? Those numbers are not. We don't get those. Is what he's trying to say.
I don't. We didn't get solid numbers from PBC either, so it's all like a guessing game now.
No. That's slightly different. When you're because PBC's not saying, "Yo, we did hella good digitally, but guess what? We ain't giving you that." Like that's not what they're saying. PBC ain't saying nothing actually, Mike. It's industry insiders reporting on a PBC pay-per-view and saying, "Hey, this is what they've done." Multiple sources are telling us this is what they've done. It's completely different from the promoter of the fighter that's in question. Remember, this fighter is in question by his opponent saying, "Yo, you're not being properly promoted." So now this promoter, he's tap dancing. He's got to show face. Oh, no. They only did 150. They only did 150, but we did a whole bunch digitally. Yeah, right.
Have you came across numbers on the ESPN Plus pay-per-view yet?
Let me tell you what I haven't.
Hold on, give me a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm saying with this digital way, it's all new, and being that ESPN controls that now, it's up to them to release those kind of numbers. I haven't seen numbers from the ESPN Plus thing for UFC or boxing, and this being boxing's first pay-per-view. No numbers are being released, man. So we gotta really try to get somebody on that knows about the streaming service.
Bruh, I'm not gonna change the way we do things because it's Crawford. Like we always take the industry insiders' numbers. Everyone runs with it because they know that's the truth.
Lance Puckmar, what he's
but that's what Lance is telling you. Lance is telling you my source is saying this pay-per-view only sold 150, and Bob's rebuttal is, "Yeah, Lance, but that's a thing of the past. We sold a bunch of digitals." Again, you want to take the word of the promoter? Cool. That's just like you listening to Eddie, just like you listening to Oscar, just like you listening to whatever Lou DiBella. You know, it's cool. That's what you want to do. Do that.
It just to me is that the digital thing is so new that I don't know how they are going to get those numbers out because the corporation owns it, and it's not like fucking Comcast owns it. You know what I'm saying? Where those numbers are coming out because they'll put it out. If ESPN don't want it out, they won't put it out.
And I'm seeing in the chat someone saying Bud's pay-per-view was not on ESPN Plus.
It was on ESPN Plus. You could order the pay-per-view on ESPN Plus just like you can UFC, Ron. So try again.
I don't know. Let's go back to some more Errol Spence quotes. We have he says it's not just the opponents he's fighting, but it's the whole promotional thing behind him. Like when Showtime promotes and Fox promotes, they really put everything into it. With the Crawford fight, you really didn't hear nothing until the week of the fight. I kind of forgot about it. I didn't hear nothing about it until fight week. They started promoting it probably Thursday or Friday. That's when it really got out there like that. So I feel like they could have done a better job promoting it. End quote.
Definitely
Mike.
agree with you. I couldn't say it in because I was pissed off 2 or 3 weeks leading up to the fight. You heard me on here. Like, why are they not promoting? Why am I seeing these 15-second pay-per-view things? Why I'm not seeing highlights of these guys 1 minute, 1 minute and a half? Show me these guys and make me believe that this guy has a chance because he goes on ESPN First Take and Stephen A. Smith asked the guy to his face, "How long is your chin gonna hold up?" So they right there put a bad light on the fucking fight to begin with, man. Because people that are casual fans that listen to or watch First Take daily thought that Crawford wasn't going to be there and there was nobody. And we always hear anytime Crawford is in that studio, they always bring up one guy's name and one guy's name only, Errol Spence Jr.
I mean, that's true. And they're always going to do that. They're always going to link the two best or the two perceived best. That doesn't mean that they are on the same level in terms of A side, B side, 50-50, which what's in question when it comes to Earl. Earl feels like he's not deserving of 50-50. And I quote, "With Crawford, It's lack of promotion, Spence said.
Hold on, man. I gotta ask you a question, bro. Why can't we get behind our guy Deontay Wilder and say, hey man, he won 50-50, he deserved it. He's been doing it. He's got in the ring and fought these guys.
I have a rebuttal for you.
Hold on. He's fought Ortiz. He's fought Fury. He's done raised his profile over the past couple of years. He deserves 50-50 now. He understands his worth. He knows that in order for AJ to do a big time pay-per-view over in the States, it has to happen to him.
Yo, but you burying yourself. That last sentence buried you.
No, I'm not.
Yo, Spence just proved he do a big pay-per-view without your man.
But it's not the biggest one he could do.
Bruh.
AJ
How you gonna say it's bigger?
I can't even finish. AJ is doing pay-per-views without Wilder. Is it going to be the biggest one that he ever did?
Bruh,
or do we think that
AJ ain't doing what Spence did? That's not what AJ's doing. You got to talk America, man, with a pay-per-view. Spence got $75 for his.
Get down to it, he doing more.
Spence got $75 for his,
He's doing more, so that's 1.2 million over in the UK.
Yeah,
AJ did 1.5 with fucking Vladimir Klitschko. He's doing more.
Champ, you wrong again.
No, I'm not wrong.
All right, is it my turn to rebuttal without you being so emotional? Won't you look up AJ's first pay-per-view? Because that was Crawford's first pay-per-view. Did AJ do 1.2 or whatever your math was? No, the fuck he didn't. Okay? Stop trying to take this man's A-side status, man. It's unfair of you. And again, you keep using Wilder as a comparison as if Wilder doesn't have 7 or 9 title defenses in the same division. You trying to give Crawford credit for another division. It don't work like that. These dudes is big up here, and they calling him Bud Light. So he got to prove it in this division. And fighting the guys he fought,
Light. Who cares?
Fighting the guys he fought is not Wilder. Wilder stepped up to the plate and fought 2 out of the top 3. That's not what Crawford did, son. Not at this weight. Not at this weight class.
Did Bob Arum not just try to fight the best boogeyman in the division? But I am something different.
Who's that?
Did Errol Spence. They said he tried to call him.
But that's what I'm saying, Mike.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
Let me finish,
you can't just try to fight the. No. You're not listening. You can't. It's like Teofimo. Yo, I want Vasil, and Vasil's like, who's Teofimo? What he's done? Oh, he's not fighting a top 5 fighter. And that's the same thing, bro. You can't be calling out the king. Who the fuck is you? Show you ain't no peasant yet. Show you ain't no peasant yet.
The king.
I mean, until Thurman's back.
He fought a nigga coming up from 130.
Listen.
Let me finish, nigga.
Go ahead.
He fought a nigga at 135, brought him up to 147. Now he the king of the division now. He's a nigga that has the cachet now. To me personally, nigga, he better thank Mikey. He better thank Mikey Garcia, babe.
Or you mean Al Heyman? Or you mean thank Al Heyman for having the boxing brain to know how to develop stars in the sport? And let's answer another question for Mike. Every welterweight in the welterweight division has had a hometown fight. Who's drew better numbers? I'll wait. I'll wait.
Fight Mikey Garcia down in Texas.
Yo. So you see, Mike's biased because he doesn't give the same energy, and I'm gonna tell you why, right? He gets mad at Showtime for letting fighters slip through their fingers and fucking up Wilder's career, but he ain't getting mad at Bud, right? Because guess who was on Bud's side of the track? Mikey. Mikey was on that side of the track. So he mad. He mad. Every excuse he makes up is, oh, my nigga, it was Mikey. Oh, my nigga, it was Mikey. So my excuse is, oh, my nigga, Bob let Mikey slip. Bob ain't get that fight for Crawford. That fight that's already there from the amateurs. That fight that was already there from being on the same side of the block. And you know what else he let slip? Pacquiao. But you know who got both of them niggas? And now they projected to be both on Earl's resume? Al Heyman. Thank you, Al Heyman. We out, man. The show's over. Mike's dead. Decapitated season. Strap season, we here. Earl, you know you did it A-side. We don't even need to take callers. This man's dead. He's dead.
Yeah, I know. Oh, he ain't right. Okay, I thought he was running. I'm like, damn.
Where I'm gonna go? I'm just being over dramatic because that was a massacre, son.
No,
it's a
son,
massacre. You still bleeding.
I don't think it was, man.
All
I don't
right.
think that Bob pictured Mikey being a opponent for anybody at 147. I mean, he probably thought he was too small all the time. But
And that's what I'm saying. When Deontay Wilder tells you in his gym on camera, Mike, bruh, I'm good with my team. Think about the stars in boxing. Who's made the biggest fights? I'm good. And he sits back and he puts his hands on the ropes like that, chilling, like he on the fucking throne. Why? Because he got one of the biggest, smartest boxing brains on his team. That same man has made Errol Spence the A-side. That same man got Bob Arum calling him on Monday of last week or this week, trying to get shit together.
So Bob Arum hadn't made big fights?
Bruh, I'm not here to big up Bob Arum's resume. I'm here to bring Bob Arum
Bob
down.
Never made big fights.
The article in question is Errol Spence. Made no
stars, let me know.
Hey, listen, and that's your job to bring up the stars that he's done made, because Errol Spence is questioning whether or not Bob is truly promoting Crawford the way he's promoting Lomachenko. And that's all I know. I agree, because before Earl said it, we said it. We said, yo, why is they still talking about Lomachenko when Crawford fighting? Why they keep saying Lomachenko might be number one and Crawford got to look good to be number one? They not promoting Crawford, they promoting Lomachenko. Why is Lomachenko getting all these easy big fights? How many names on Lomachenko's resume in a shorter matter of time? Who's been signed longer to Top Rank? I see Lomachenko getting all the push. All the push.
Big ups to my guy, Max Kellerman. Max on Boxing has Terrence Crawford as the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world, and that comes on ESPN. Also, big ups to my guy, Andre Ward, who also has Terrence Crawford as the number one pound-for-pound fighter, and his list came out, I believe, Thursday, and he's a ESPN analyst, so it's not like the whole of ESPN is pushing and saying this guy Lomachenko is number one, this guy number one. Anytime they bring up his name, they have to bring up Terrence Crawford's name, just like vice versa. These guys' names get mentioned together. So for you guys to sit up there and say that Loma's getting a bigger push or Loma's getting more exposure, it's a fucking lie. It's a lie. Who does better numbers when they fight, Lomachenko or Terrence Crawford?
I don't know who. I don't know. You tell me and tell the listeners,
Man,
champ.
we know nigga Crawford did $3.6 million on regular ESPN when he fought David Benavidez, a guy who just like the Khan fight, we had our assumptions that he was going to beat him and he was going to handle him really easy. Turned out to be a little bit tougher than I anticipated, and maybe that's why those numbers went up. We seen the Jeff Horn numbers. I think they were like 2-something, and now the pay-per-view. Before when the fight with Amir Khan was announced, I was on this show. And I literally said that this fight should not be a pay-per-view fight. But I understand why you got to do it, because you got to pay Amir Khan for his name. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man.
It's just funny to see all the damage control. Now that the fight is over, it's like, oh, man, we knew this wasn't a fight, man. But, you know. And it's like, come on, bro. Y'all making excuses now. Like, y'all knew this was a trash fight. If y'all would have received it as trash from the beginning, they would have gauged that. They listening, man. They watching these comments everywhere, all over. They in tune with the streets now. It's not like before, but I got a super chat from Basil Lomachenko who says, Bud's pay-per-view fight wasn't on ESPN Plus. I tried to buy it, but couldn't. Mike, don't know what the hell he's talking about 60% of the time.
Bro, I swear on my
Did you
daughter.
buy it on ESPN?
Huh?
Did you
buy it right there?
Did you buy it on ESPN Plus?
I didn't buy it on ESPN.
So then you don't know.
Hold on. He said it wasn't on there, but I'm here to say that it was. When I was scrolling down and watching Ringside with Andre Ward that Friday or Saturday, it had pre-order Terrence Crawford and Amir Khan. $59.99 or $69.99 on the ESPN Plus app. So for you to call me a liar and waste your money on a fucking super chat, you're a fucking idiot. Next super chat.
Kelly Thompson says, shout out to TBV for another great show. Hashtag man down. Hashtag strap season 1, 2, 3. You know what that means, right? 1, 2, 3 belts we collecting over here real quick. Snatch that. I can't wait till Al signs Delani Minge so you could start crying. Because then that's when it's really going to set in. You're going to be like, damn, they ain't listen. And now even that is off the table. I swear Al should do it. I swear. Snatch him.
Snatch you.
Denali Minge, the IBO champ in the welterweight division. Undefeated. Undefeated. He got to fight July 20th in Germany. And he's getting a lot of TV time on Box Nation and in the UK, man. I don't know why we ain't hip to him over here yet. It's crazy.
I ain't never seen him on Box Nation.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. If you Google his name, you can watch his last couple of fights. They in the UK. They definitely in the UK. Yeah. I mean, he fought Diego Chavez. He got a couple little scalps on his resume. I mean, he's early. He's too young to be unifying with anybody. You know, he's more like, remember Reginald Quinlan had like 16 fights with the IBO? That's how he is. Except I believe he's way more seasoned than Reginald Quinlan. He's long, he's rangy, you know, and he seems to have decent power. But we got another super chat from Texas C who says, don't worry, Mike. Ness the only one who thinks he wins arguments on this show. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, man. But look,
Sure.
man, at the end of the day, I got to disagree with Earl. I still believe that when this fight happens in probably a year and a half from now, that it will be a 50-50 fight between the winner, in my opinion, it's going to be, I hate saying it because I want Manny Pacquiao to win so bad. But Thurman and Spence, the winner between those guys will be 50-50.
Yo. Let's get back to this Wilder analogy that this clown keeps trying to use, man. The difference again in Wilder is he took on 2 top 3 heavyweight opposition to turn the tables. Before he fought Luis Ortiz and AJ, and Fury, the world was saying he fought nothing but bums. He turned the table. Crawford don't got no top 2 and 3 to fight. Stop this 50-50 notion. You got no legs to stand on. Like, your arguments are not making sense. Who is Crawford going to fight to all of a sudden elevate him in the division? Please tell me.
Danny Garcia is a fight that we still can revisit.
But that's not guaranteed.
Danny said he would revisit it after this fight.
And that's cool.
In the summer.
Listen, that's cool, but it's not guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed, but is there not a top 5 name coming off the win that he just did against Granados?
It's a top 5, not a top 3. Again, Deontay Wilder tipped the scales. Let me just repeat it because you don't get it. Deontay Wilder tipped the scales, and his pay grade has elevated because he fought the number 3 and 2. Crawford ain't got. Danny's not 2 and 3. Danny might not be 4.
Let me ask you a question though. At the time, were people saying that Fury was a top 3 heavyweight at that time he was coming back?
Bruh, Fury was always perceived one of the best heavyweights.
But at that time, coming back off 2 years layoff, two Safari fights.
All right, Mike, I'll play your game. Now you tell me. No, I'll play your game. Now you tell me, are you telling me that if Danny and Crawford fight and they do a big enough promotion, the world would all of a sudden perceive Danny to be a 2 or 3 numbered heavyweight in the division? A number 2 or number 3 welterweight in the division?
Nobody will be top 5.
Okay, but isn't that no. Yeah, when the promotion kicked off, Mike, listen to my question. When the promotion kicked off, did Fury's perception in the division not change to 1, 2, 3 status? You're gonna tell me it was no. You're gonna tell me.
Coming off Safari, there were people saying that fight was shit.
No. Listen to me. You're not listening. With the promotion of the Wilder Fury fight, did he not change the perception and become perceived 1, 2, 3 heavyweight? When he and Ben Davison was on BT Sports in the promotion, on the build-up, everything that he was doing, and they doing power, you telling me people wasn't saying he could beat Luis Ortiz and Dillian White?
I don't know, bro. That was coming out of my mouth. He still had to show it in the ring.
Okay, so now after you seen the fight, you still saying he can't beat Luis Ortiz and Dillian White?
No, I'm not saying that.
I'm asking you. Can he beat Luis Ortiz and Dillian White?
Yeah, I think those would be good fights. Yeah.
All right. So he's perceived as a 1, 2, 3 heavyweight, bro.
But that's what I'm saying, man. At the time, he was not. Before the fight, he was not. But after the fight, he was.
And again, I ask you, so we don't got to go in circles, but we will if you force me to. When Danny and Crawford fight, are you saying that the performance is going to somehow catapult? Again, Danny's losing performance because in Mike's eyes, Crawford will beat Danny. So in Danny's losing performance, it's going to be so good that we're going to think, wow, Crawford just beat a top 2 or 3 welterweight.
If Danny comes back and have like one of those performances, even though I think Wilder won, like Fury had, like he's real close, people are going to think, damn, Danny is arguably like one of the top 3 or 4 guys in the division. He had a close fight with Sean Porter. The fight with Keith Thurman, in my opinion, was not as close as people want to make it out to be. I thought Thurman won that comfortably and really coasted the last couple of rounds. But people are going to start chiming, and hey, who knows? Who knows what Danny could get? And man, Danny's not going to be an easy opponent for anybody. We seen him in there with Keith. We seen him in there with Sean. He's not going to just be a walkover for Crawford. That's one of those fights that I am legitimately like, damn, he's going to be in for a fight. Not
Bro, you are so pathetic, man. Like, everybody knows Crawford is a skilled boxer, and he's the clear favorite in the Danny fight. Danny's flat-footed. It's a nightmare matchup. All Danny and Danny fans can hope on is that he times Crawford because Crawford's been hit by lesser men.
I don't know why y'all disrespect Danny so much.
Ain't nobody disrespecting Danny. Danny just ain't no fucking boxer on his toes.
Crawford's
on his toes. Crawford's on his toes like Thurman, man. Stop, bro. Like, don't act like you don't know style matchups by now. Thurman and Crawford is a tighter fight. Just like Earl and Danny is a tighter fight. Why? Because they both there to be hit, and the other two are both moving.
I don't think Thurman would do that until after the Errol Spence fight, if he was to be the one to come through that fight. But yeah, man.
Let me get to this super chat. Matthew Valentine says, Ness, Brick City, West Side, bruh. Oh, what up, B? Spence the A-side, Bud. Spence the A-side 2, Bud. Hashtag man down, hashtag bomb squad, hashtag till this day.
To this day. To this day. To this day.
So let me see if we can play this.
Man, go to yeah.
No, I want to play some audio and hope for the best.
You ready for the Errol Spence smoke, man? At 147?
Listen. I'm ready for whoever, whenever.
I'm not gonna lie, man. We be having the barbershop arguments, man. I'm like, yo, Terrence Crawford is a beast. But I think Errol might get him, man. This guy keep 100 with you, I think Errol might get you, man. I told him you going.
Yo, what you think was going through his mind at that moment?
Nigga, you said it right, nigga. He might, nigga. He didn't say he would. You was like, hey, man, you a beast. And hold on, man, fucking plane come over. No, go talk, nigga. It's like a helicopter.
Oh, we don't hear it though. You good, Chan?
Oh, really? All right, wow. Yeah. Just like he said, man, he wasn't like overly confident, but he was confident enough to tell him, I think Charlemagne thinks it's a close fight too, and that's why he was like, I think Errol might get you, man. Yeah, I think it might get you.
Man, you gonna prove me right?
Yeah, I seen it, man. I appreciate it.
Word.
Tell him it's 2 out of 3. He said he'll give you.
Yo, Earl's so cool, man. Yeah, man, I seen that, man. I appreciate that. Unlike Bud, nervous, and he was like, "Oh shit, in my face, you gonna tell me I'm gonna lose?"
Whoa, he said all that, nigga. Oh,
no,
man,
he ain't say that. I said the nervous energy was like, you seen his face, like, oh, it did take him back just a step. Yes or no?
It was just like, all right, nigga.
It would have took anybody back. You gonna tell me that shit?
Hey, come on,
it'll be a trilogy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You don't think so?
It might be. I might win twice.
I love that right there. I think it'll be a trilogy, says Charlie May said. Really? Like, really, motherfucker? It might be. I might just beat him twice for the money. For the dough. Yo, we just gotta build
you got
it.
The video up, nigga.
We just gotta build it. Man.
Well,
and
take that video down, my nigga. Take the video down. Just
Bruh,
audio be down.
We good, I think. They just gotta build it, man. It needs more time, more marination, man. A little bit more marination, I think. I know that's not what y'all want to hear. I know.
You right, Ams.
What?
Ness has abandoned his Thurman bandwagon train.
Negative.
He's officially Errol Spence Jr. #1 fan.
Negative.
Have y'all been seeing how much nuts grabbing Ness been doing for Errol Spence? Is he trying to get TBB?
These niggas be lying on me. It ain't me, baby. It ain't me, baby. Look, he lying on me. Yo, why you gotta be lying on me? Come on, dog. You mad cause Earl turned tables? That's all.
Hey, man, Earl got that effect on people, bro. That's all.
Earl turned tables on you, and now you mad at me. I don't get it. Like, what's wrong? You know what I'm saying? You was talking at 3.6 mil. Oh, ESPN. Like, people counted PBC out, man. They counted Dazn. They counted them out. But Fox putting up numbers.
Man, Fox doing good.
Fox doing numbers.
All they should be doing, but except for the FS1, but Caleb Plant did do good numbers versus Uztatagi.
Exactly, and that's
FS1.
Two unknown dudes. Let's be real.
Let's
be real. Two unknown dudes, man, and they doing their thing, man.
Didn't Keith do 2.9, almost 3 million on Fox?
Listen, man, tables turn, man. So that's all you need to know, man. Tables
turn. I like
turn.
what Fox is doing over there, though, bro, for sure. I don't think tables turn. I think it's gonna be like with all these super fights, bro. We got these big entities behind you and shit. It's gonna be 50-50. If the pie's big enough, I don't think, bro. Go ahead.
Yo, there's just no analogy to make it 50-50. Like, again, this is a better situation than Wilder Joshua because both are American or at least fighting on American soil, right? So this is closer to the Mayweather-Pacquiao situation where one man got way more cachet than the other one, B. That's just natural.
But Pacquiao still got paid, though.
He did, but he still got, listen, he still got 180 and the other homeboy got 250. That, bruh, do the math. That, I don't know what the hell that is, but I know what it is almost like 80,000 more, 60,000 more, 70,000 more than the other dude?
80 million more.
Nah, 180 and 250 is 70 million more, but whatever. Give him 80. Give him 80. Give him 80 because Floyd was the first one to teach us how to get concession money off the concession stand. No, don't overlook that. Don't overlook that because you know Earl might have got money off them hot dogs you bought in Dallas just because Floyd learned that from Al. This is what I'm trying to tell you. It's 90 seconds. Different ball game on this side of the street. Whole different ball game. Your man ain't getting all that. That's what they say, man. Al Heyman checks cover for all of my events. You know what I'm saying? And they had that on loop in Texas. They trying to let you know you could put on the show. You put on the show. You are the show. We don't need a lot. We just want young black entrepreneurs out here. Don't be mad.
I ain't mad.
I ain't saying it's you.
But
I ain't saying you mad. Not at all.
If they're looking at it, say, let's just say hypothetically, this fight get up to like $200-300 million. Let's say 250 to cut in right down the middle. You telling me Errol Spence would swallow some pride and see 125 and be like the biggest payday I ever get? I mean, not ever get, but thus far in my career, and if I win, it's only going to springboard me.
I just don't see what Crawford does to make the public believe this is $120 million fight. Like, you're insane. Yo, Keith Thurman got more of a possibility. Hold on, champ. Hold on. Keith Thurman got more of a possibility of getting this quote-unquote super fight than Earl. I mean, than in Crawford. And that's because Keith can knock out
10
Pacquiao on pay-per-view. And that's going to be forced to be on ESPN and Fox.
I understand that, bro. But you only do boxing, my nigga. And there's no slight to you. You're not out here watching basketball games or basketball pre games that Max Kellerman's on. You're not watching First Take that Max Kellerman's on. You're not watching the fucking NBA on MTV. I mean on TNT. You're not watching these rappers out here talking about this fight. Everybody is talking about Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford because that's what been drummed up.
And I
as the
hear
biggest
you,
fight in the
champ.
division.
But why you think that is? Because Keith has been dormant. Keith has been dormant. But you about to wake up the sleeping giant. The hibernating bear's about to be woken with the Pacquiao fight. The world will know. Don't nobody in the welterweight division talk better than Keith one-time Thurman. That is the bottom line. And he is a damn good boxer. It don't matter what you seen in one round, because you seen something in one round in the Floyd versus Mosley fight, and you can see one round in a bunch of fights. It don't matter. What matters is that he can sell the fight. He is Tyson Fury of the fucking welterweight division. He's a talker and a mover, but he also a hitter. Fury.
He's not AJ. He's not Wilder, nigga. Thank you. You made my fucking point for me. And not only that, I just fucking forgot my goddamn point, man.
And I'm glad you did, because it makes me jump on. Yes, you can say, oh, he's not AJ, he's not Wilder. But again, in this equation, you cannot ignore the fact that Earl and Thurman are from America. That is the losing argument. Hold on. That is the losing argument for Tyson Fury, because Tyson can't be as big as AJ and Wilder because Tyson doesn't bring that U.S. cachet. So that's why Bob invested in him. Bob said, forget the Wilder fight. We're going to build you here so that either fight is a super fight and not a hometown domestic big fight. That's what they're doing, brother. But on the other hand, with the welterweights, everybody is from here.
I understand that, bro. And going back to Thurman, a guy who was calling out Floyd Mayweather, a guy who been a two-time champion, a guy who was the WBA champion, WPC champion at the same time. Errol Spence being champion for like 2 years, a year and a half. Crawford being at welterweight 3 fights. What names are they talking about more than this? It's simple. People want to see Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence.
The problem is you don't know.
Bring it up.
Listen, the problem is you don't know. When Keith was hot and Earl was Crawford, right? Meaning Earl just had a couple of significant fights in the division because he started his career at 47. People were talking about Earl and Thurman. There's dozens and dozens and dozens of videos of Earl and Thurman and Earl. And Thurman talking about the doghouse and Floyd saying, yo, Floyd telling Thurman he's ducking Earl. You crazy? Floyd ain't mentioned Crawford. Floyd ain't even squint his mouth to talk about Crawford, bro.
Keith Thurman name in a super fight at welterweight.
And I told you why. But they are now.
Who is?
Pacquiao Thurman is a super fight.
Super fight?
Super fight. It will be the biggest fight. It will be the biggest fight on any active welterweight's career. Talk to me. Go ahead, talk greasy. Say something. A
40-year-old Pacquiao.
Yes.
Will be the biggest fight on Keith Thurman's career.
No.
A 40-year-old Pacquiao.
No, you're not listening. Who looked like repeat me verbatim. A 40-year-old Pacquiao will be the biggest name on any active welterweight's career. And let me preference it with this. Just like a 40-year-old Vladimir Klitschko is the biggest name on any heavyweight's fucking career. You want to go to the callers now? Because you're dead again.
To this day.
Vladimir Reign.
To this day.
Vladimir Reign, Supreme for about 10 years. That's so like
I'm out here slaughtering y'all.
That little nugget in there when it suits you.
I'm out here slaughtering y'all.
When it fucking suits you. Sometimes you badge blast, sometimes you motherfucking big bag it up.
Murder was the case that they gave me.
Go to these callers, man. See what these callers got to say.
Yeah.
If y'all think motherfucking Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao was a super fight at welterweight, give me a thumbs up.
Don't change the energy of the show. Who's the fucking A-side? That's what Earl talking about. Earl said you ain't no A-side. Earl said you ain't no A-side.
They're listening, can't answer more than one question.
Okay, they can answer 8, but Earl said you ain't no A-side and we ain't doing no 50-50. Let's go. That's the energy. Ed Brown on Skype. We going to you.
Goddamn sponsors first.
That's what we need a motherfucking co-pilot for, B.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Don't forget, if you're watching us on YouTube right now, hit that thumbs up button. It helps with the visibility of the show, helps us grow. We need you guys to hit that subscribe button while you're there. Tell a friend to subscribe to the YouTube channel so we can help us get to 200,000.
And tell that nigga Run, quit texting, nigga. Hop your ass on the motherfucking show, man. If you want to give this all this goddamn help and you want to do all this goddamn chatting and texting and the goddamn pre-pro, hop your ass on the goddamn show and talk that shit.
What he saying, B?
I don't know what he... No, well, you ain't got to hop on, call in. You ain't doing shit, call in.
Yeah, go back to being a caller, champ. Bring the pain to this dude right here, man. He like hating, bruh. I know Mike. I see what he about. He on that hating shit. I see it. But let me go to Ed Brown on Skype.
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
We do.
Hey, what's up, man?
All right.
I put it like this. I see exactly where Errol Spence was coming from. And I don't take it as much as him trying to be critical of Crawford and the fight or whatever. I think he's just fairly showing that, like, you've signed over there with Top Rank and they don't have no loyalty to him.
Hold on a minute, sir. Let me see who's ruining your call here. I'll fix that for you. All right, come back to us. You there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Go for it.
Okay. I didn't look at what Errol Spence was saying was trying to be some negative towards Crawford. I think it's just pointing out an obvious thing. Like, a lot of decisions Crawford's made going with Top Rank. First of all, there should even be a discussion of who is pound for pound number one between him and Lomachenko. We're talking about a dude with a loss on his record against a guy that's 37-0, been fighting for a long time. Unified champion at 140. And there wasn't no promotion for this fight. When the Earl fight, I mean, I seen that thing everywhere. There was YouTube videos. There was all kind of like promotions on Fox. I mean, it was for weeks on top of weeks. And then like 2 weeks before the fight, they started talking about the Crawford fight. And the other thing is that, from what I'm hearing, is they're not promoting fights on ESPN because they're already made their money. So this isn't a 50-50 fight. Even if we broke it down and take Mike's point that his dance partner helped him get to the 400,000. Well, if you break that in half and say that half of it was on Earl, it's still more than what Crawford's selling. And so it's just, I don't want this fight to be.
Do you think
let the man get his call?
Spence will do over 400,000 easy? Maybe a meal easy.
Here you go, Mike. Nobody don't care about that. Cause Earl versus Thurman. Earl versus Thurman gonna do a mill.
Y'all niggas, I know my worth. So do Crawford.
Earl versus Thurman gonna do a mill after Thurman wiped the floor with Pacquiao.
I doubt it.
Exactly. I think he will do a mill.
Me, son. You better not duck me, son.
Man ain't gonna stop that nigga Keith.
Yeah, relax, Mike. It's all good. But and like Ness was saying, like, you're talking about Garcia. All these fighters are still under the PBC banner, so we don't know none of this going on. I think Crawford actually taking these lower level fights is diminishing his reputation, man, because it's like, it's just not a good look.
My nigga, who you supposed to fight then? When we send Garcia a fucking offer over there, he ain't want it.
Can we relax a little bit? Here's the problem, Mike.
He mad.
Cut it.
Yo, why you triggered, son? We can't even hear you. Your mic muted. What happened?
My mic ain't fucking muted.
Damn, son, what's up? Why you mad at him for?
Callers, man.
How we gonna get to the caller? You just ate one alive. Yo, if you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps with the visibility of the show, helps us grow. We're trying to get to that 200K, and we can only do that today with your help. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be your help. Your help. Without your help, we can't do it. Let's go out to Mastermind Joseph Rodriguez in Texas. Talk to me.
What's going on, fellas? What's going on? First of all, with the pound argument about Lomachenko, yes, he lost the second fight, but who fights someone of that level, even if it's Toledo, in their second fight? And don't forget, the following fight, he beat Gary Russell Jr. But anyways, there's a clear A side. We've been saying that. I've been saying that. And boxing is a what have you done for me lately type of sport. Meaning, after the summer, after these next performances, Who's gonna have done something that the casual fans will know more? Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman knocking out Pacquiao. Pacquiao's a name that everybody knows. Everybody knows. Terrence Crawford fighting Kell Brook. What's that gonna do for him? Fighting Mean Machine does nothing. The super fight's coming, and it's on the PBC side. I've been saying that, and it's coming into fruition now. There's no avoiding it. Especially if Keith knocks out Pacquiao the way we think he can, even a Marquez style knockout, it's over with. There's no discussion of Crawford anymore. He can stay on ESPN Plus. He had his chance. He passed it up. That's my call.
Man, yo, they coming for my man, Buddy. They coming for Buddy right now, B. Let's go out to Sel on the Boomerang status. Sel, what up?
Hey, what up, fellas? Hey, Ness, I missed like the whole show. What happened with Crawford? What's going on?
Well,
fill me in real quick.
Well, basically, Crawford, rather, Bud is saying it ain't no 50-50 fight with me and Crawford. Why would I give him 50-50 when he only did 100 and something thousand pay-per-views?
Alleged.
He ain't fought nobody. Why would I do that?
Alleged. Nothing has been confirmed.
You know, he's basically.
Okay, so Spence saying it ain't 50-50 with him then?
Nah, he's saying it ain't 50-50.
And my argument,
especially now. Remember, Sal, Spence got a already confirmed unification. So not only does he got a better resume, he got more belts.
And my argument,
only thing I'm gonna tell you, Mike, is that we all know the better fights is on PBC. What I'm arguing with, and what everybody else should be arguing with, is that the best should be fighting the best. Now, granted, if Spence fight Porter, as Spence fight Porter, you know, and Keith got Manny. Shit, what's wrong with Danny fighting Crawford? Why we can't get it in like that? What's the problem with that?
Ain't no problem with that. You could theoretically get that, but if you're out, why do you send Danny over there when you got other welterweights Danny could help build, right? So, like, if Danny loses, why lose to Crawford when he could lose to Sean or to Keith or to Pacquiao or to whoever he got? The same reason that Bob has never sent out a fighter to lose on his network.
I get that point, but we the fans, this is what we want. I don't give a fuck about what Al thinking. Well,
that's what I'm saying. Well, I want Thurman versus Pacquiao. I want Thurman versus Earl. You know, I don't mind Thurman versus Danny. Because Danny's always been one of my favorite fighters. When that fight got made, I was not happy. I kind of lost Team Danny because of that fight. Because I came out publicly and said Thurman was going to win. Just like I lost Porter when I said Thurman was going to win. And that's why Thurman is the man in these streets. You niggas is fickle. Thurman is the only one to unify. Thurman was the only one chased Floyd out that WBA division. Floyd vacated. We act like that shit ain't happened. Come on, man. Ain't no boogeymans out here. My man been the boogeyman. He been telling people they resumes trash. He been telling Crawford, yo, you ain't even beating Amir Khan like. Crawford took Thurman's advice. That's how highly he think of him. Come on. Man, talk to me.
Who next up, man?
Talk to me. Didn't he tell him you can't even beat Amir Khan?
Man, who you gonna fight?
Know what I'm saying?
Manny Pacquiao chose Keith Thurman for a rean.
Mm-hmm. Just like he ain't choose Crawford and you mad.
Just like he ain't choose Earl and I'm still mad.
You mad.
I'm mad at both of those.
You mad. I see it. Yo, tables turn, champ. # man down.
Let's go! I'm ready!
Tables have turned, huh? You know what I'm saying? Tables have turned. It ain't like that no more.
If you're listening right now on YouTube, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. We got 400 watching, so I need at least 200 thumbs up before the end of the shows. Go ahead and do that. It helps with the visibility. We're trying to get bigger. And if you see us out in motherfucking Las Vegas next week, try to do us or just bring us an L. Whichever one you want to do.
Whichever one you want to do, man. And ain't nobody ducking nobody, man. We got boomerangles, we got masterminds and all that good shit, and they got to go first.
Here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you a young fella and he comes from the Magnolia.
What up, man? What up?
Ooh. Look, check this out, man. Shout out to my nigga Michael Hot Sauce Gross in the building, a.k.a. Michael Velli. You dig? A.k.a. Tyson Jackson. You heard me? Jordan. What's up, bro? You heard me? I'm going to shake it back on the shooter, D, because my dog Ness been going to the body, back up to the head and shit. You heard me? You got to stop fucking my dog up like that, Ness, bro. You heard me? But let's get to this real boxing shit, you dig? Man, this nigga Thurman, man, say Ness, bro. When I was in elementary school, I ran that bitch, you dig? I was the man at elementary, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck they got to do with it right now, Ness? You know what I'm saying? You talking about what a nigga did? He ran Florida out of division, though. You serious?
July 20th, champ.
Man,
July 20th,
man.
Yo,
Come
July
on,
20th.
His first fight on HBO. He calling out Mayweather, man. Who taking that dude serious, man?
July 20th.
He got elevated, man. He ain't beat nobody for that belt.
Why Floyd ain't fight him? Why Floyd ain't fight him? Why Floyd ain't fight him? Why Madonna ducked him? Why Madonna ducked him? Why Madonna ducked him? Why Madonna?
Come on, man. That's an old Floyd, man.
Bro.
That's an old Floyd. He fought Pacquiao. Why? All right, if he'd have beat Thurman, what you would have said? Thurman wasn't proved yet. Who he fought? You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get no strikes for that shit. I wish he would have fought him, but that dude's career was gone already, man. Thurman got to make his career fighting these young gangsters.
You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son.
I believe
July 20th.
No
July 20th. July 20th, champs. Tables will turn again.
Are you going?
Again. July 20th. Tables will turn again.
Going?
All right? Y'all just fickle. Y'all
you
forget.
Going?
Y'all forget. But it's like Roy said, y'all must have forgot. Oh, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. We got fights over here. You heard Deontay Wilder. Hey, Mike, we good for the next 2 years. We got fights over here.
All right, Ness,
we got a plan. We got a plan over here.
See, that's that bullshit.
We going out to mastermind.
Hold on, no, nigga. Well, hold up. That's that bullshit, man. Why you want to do that fucking nanny boo boo shit?
What nanny boo boo shit?
Well, we ain't got fights over here. We ain't got shit with you.
Oh, we don't.
Like Sel said, put the best fighting the best.
Oh, so wait, so Thurman versus Earl ain't the best. Thurman versus Porter ain't the best.
No.
Thurman versus Danny ain't the best.
Pacquiao's great. Porter versus Spence is great. Let Danny come play. Let Danny come play, Al.
So what you saying? Wait. So Earl is fighting Porter, and Keith is fighting Pacquiao. Who's left for Danny? Who's left?
Mikey.
Ooh, what's bigger, Mike? Mikey or Crawford?
But we know Mikey
what's
ain't
bigger, Mike?
We know Mikey not taking that fight right away.
What's bigger, Mikey or Crawford versus Danny? Won't you please tell me? Al Heyman. Thank you, Al Heyman.
Based off the strength of what I've seen Mikey do and the motherfucking support he had in Dallas, and the superstar Danny Garcia is in outside of the ring. Yeah, man. Crawford just done.
Yo, you know what else Danny gonna do while everybody busy? And you think he need Bud Crawford?
He don't need him at all.
He's smartened up, y'all.
I'm saying Crawford needs him.
He's smartened up, y'all.
Bob Arum needs him. Like if you want to make the good fights, we seen 4 million when
damn right he don't need him. You damn right he don't need him.
We seen 4 million when
you know. Yo, let me tell you who Danny gonna fight. Since you think Crawford could get him, cause Danny's supposedly available.
Hey 6ix9ine, don't be commenting no fuck shit under my pictures, boy. Talking about clown, nigga. The only thing got a red nose where I'm from is a pit bull, bitch ass nigga.
Ooh, tell me there ain't no super fight for my man Danny Swift Garcia in the Barclays Center. What's gonna happen, Mike? Tell him what's gonna happen, Mike. How many people gonna come to see that fight, Mike? How many? Keep it real, Mike.
It's gonna be a lot.
Ooh. That man, thank you, Al Heyman. Now, let me tell you this. I'm going to help you. You ready? You ready, Mike? You want my help, yes or no?
All right. Do whatever you got to do.
I'm going to give you some help. Make sure you tell your top-ranked contacts. The move to make is to beg Al Heyman to let Danny fight Yuldani Urgas, the southpaw, who gave Porter trouble, who Bob Arum already systematically raised his profile on ESPN by saying that he's better than Porter, which prepares Danny for a southpaw. I doubt Granados was a southpaw. I don't think Danny should go into the best southpaw fight of his career. Obviously, he's not getting Pacquiao, so second southpaw would be Earl, and then the next one is Crawford, right? That's the line? Isn't Earl a southpaw? Is Earl a southpaw? Is he a southpaw?
Yeah, Earl southpaw.
Whatever,
yeah,
I'm going to go to
definitely.
callers. Mike don't want to help, man. This is why we got to stop doing Crawford shows, man. His energy be gone, man. This shit don't even, like, what's up, bruh? No way, man. Tell Mike, come back to us, man. No way on Skype. What up, man? Tell Mike we here, man. Like, he could talk. He ain't got to act like that. Tables turning on Mike, man. Them tables turning on Mike.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, cool. Hey, second time calling. You know, the first time I didn't say how much I appreciate the work you guys put in, and
thank you, man.
Generally have your back. And Mike, you're getting better. I generally, I'm arguing at the phone and yelling at the phone when you're talking, Mike. But today, I gotta say that Thurman Pack is not a super fight. It is a good comeback for Thurman. And Pac is the only active, Hall of Famer, all-time great right now. But yeah, it's not a super fight. Also, Bob doesn't spend his budget on promotion. He hit you with that clout chasing, scapegoating combo like the week of doing press week. Doesn't really have anything like an all-access show. ESPN needs to do something about that. I guess Max on Boxing is supposed to fill the gap, but they really just need something dedicated to a specific fight that they play, some sort of series like All Access. Also, like lastly, before I get out of here, I comment on you guys' threads, and you guys got some UK mods in there deleting comments, making it seem like, like you got no love out here, and it's only UK people commenting.
Where? What threads? Where?
In your comment section.
Right here for the live show?
No. Like afterwards, you comment, say what you think about the show, this, that, and the other thing, and sometimes conversations get going, and you guys got mods in there like censoring people. So if you care about it, cool. If not,
we definitely care. We just didn't notice anyone, blocking any comments, but we will keep an eye out for that. I mean, there's only like one UK mod, that's Jack is the Truth. And, Elms too, right? Elms, but I mean, these guys are close to the titty, so I don't know. I don't know if they would be that petty. Let's go to Elms, actually. Mastermind, talk to us.
What up, Elms?
Yo. Can you hear me?
Of course.
Yeah. Elms.
He just muted himself. Unmute Elms. You got the mute button muted.
That's that fucking UK Wi-Fi again, bro.
I know. He probably knows you got bad Wi-Fi.
You hear me?
Now we hear you. You're unmuted.
Hey, fuck you, Mike. Fuck both of you. Listen, I'm gonna say this now, yeah. This is the first. Actually, I've seen this before, but this is the first time I've seen a whole division be scared of a guy moving up. Niggas are making it like it's cool to be ducking a nigga and shit. Like, I don't know what's going on, but it's alright. We got Mikey Garcia, Danny Garcia, Pacquiao, Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, all ducking Terence Crawford. They don't want no smoke. Like, it's embarrassing, to be honest. And it's just a matter of time. Like, we'll chill here, we'll fight Kell Brook, then we'll fight whoever wants a belt after that. Hopefully one of these motherfuckers step up. At the end of the day, I think it's fucked up that we're celebrating fights not happening and guys making more money and avoiding each other and shit.
So
Like,
so
we're celebrating.
Earl's avoiding by fighting the rest of the top division. Like, you guys are just delusional.
Wait.
Delusional.
Can I respond? Can I respond to what you just said? All right, let me respond. Errol clearly indicated he don't want it when he said, "I'll take the easy route." When he said that, it showed to me he sees Crawford as a threat. And every day, like, for example, I'll give you an example. Right now, when he says in his little Twitter thing, he says, "Me and my promoter versus
everybody."
Me and but he ain't talking about fighting though. He don't want to fight Crawford about me versus everybody.
You crazy.
He talk about politics. Like, we ain't gonna fight Top Rank over there. We're gonna stay over here.
That ain't what he's saying.
Nah, he ain't talking about fighting.
He's saying you guys think we needed a promoter, so I'm showing you. Me and Al versus everybody, no promoter. That the tweet is on the fucking screen. You better learn how to interpret it. Everybody else got a promoter. It's only one dude can't cross the street and make the fight. I see only one other dude in the welterweight division fighting on two different. No. Let me say something. It's only one dude fighting on two different networks though. So he ain't got no ties. With his promotional ties, he could fight on Showtime. He could fight on Fox.
I agree.
And if he want, he could cross the street and give you guys life. He could cross the street and give you life.
That's the point. He can, but he don't want it because he's scared.
Because he don't need to.
I'm telling that now.
Because he don't need to. Because you don't need to.
Don't worry.
Listen, you ain't going. Man, you out here, bro. Boomerang back and beat it. Listen to me, bro. You ain't gonna get the fight talking about you deserve 50-50 without doing shit.
We'll see.
That's why they freezing you out. That's why you frozen out.
Maybe it's what Am said.
It's cold outside. It's cold outside.
Man. Only had 3 fights.
It's cold outside, bruh. And it's so funny. It's so funny because all these UK fans, they jumping on it. But they ain't being consistent. When AJ was freezing Wilder out, it was all good. Why? Because he was fighting. He's fighting top 5 fighters. He's fighting Povetkin. He's fighting this guy. He's fighting. Brazil's undefeated. Oh, he's fighting this guy. It's all good when it's another scenario, but y'all energy ain't the same. That's the wackest. That's the whackness of y'all. My energy the same.
Is a boomerang.
My energy the same. Who?
Elms.
Elms gotta wait. Elms gotta wait. There's a lot of people on the line. Say, go ahead, Elms. Even though you got mad time.
Listen, man, ain't no one spoke about Wilder. I don't know. You always bring up Wilder. Put that to the side, didn't it?
Yeah. The reason I bring it up is because the analogy is the same.
But you didn't hear me say, we're freezing Wilder out. That's not me, then.
I'm using it. It don't matter who said it. I'm using it because it's true.
I agree. Let me get my point out. Before, you didn't even let me cut. You just spoke in it, yeah? That was the point I'm talking about. Errol has the choice, but he don't want to take the choice. Now, I don't care about money and all that. That's something else. That's nothing to do with me. But when I see a man clearly has the choice, acting like he's on a podium saying, Terence Crawford's light work. But he's showing that he don't want to fight him. You got your man Keith Thurman saying, I don't want to fight Bud. Let him get a belt. I'd rather fight Jeff Horn. When Bud took Jeff Horn's belt, it's silence over there. Errol Spence said the same thing. I don't mind fighting Jeff Horn. Now Bud got the belt. Niggas don't want to fight Bud. At the end of the day, we know what it is in it. You can sugarcoat it.
Why don't you tell the listeners when you're saying that statement that Jeff Horn wasn't contractually obligated to Top Rank, and that's why.
That's not
Listen to me. That's what that statement means when someone says, "I'll take the easy route." It's the easy political route. Does it sound easy to make a Crawford fight when you got delusional people talking about 50-50? That sounds easy to make? When you know you the clear A side and you got someone else talking about 50-50, that sounds easy to make? We ain't got time to argue with you. We're going to go ahead and fight and keep showing you that we the A side.
All right, Ness, let me finish what I'm saying. I agree. I don't feel at this point in time Crawford deserves 50-50. But we haven't even got to that stage where they're negotiating odds. We're just saying, nah, we don't want to fight you. You're not worth it. You're small time. Stay over there. We're going to do everything we have to do over here. That is clear avoidance. That shows me they see him as a threat. And it's cool. We can avoid him eventually. Time's going to move on.
Cut it. You know what's funny? When Bob came out on my interview and was saying, we're not even talking about Crawford until the media thinks it does 500,000 pay-per-views. No one had that energy. Now Earl says, man, ain't nobody got time for them niggas. Oh, he's ducking.
Bob seen Earl and Mike do 400, alleged 400. Like, shit. If I put Crawford in there, I can guarantee there's about 6 or 7.
No,
right
he seen Errol do that money. He like, oh, I want some of that Errol check. No, you can't get none because you got to build your guy to get some of that Errol check. We're going to go to Sal on the boomerang instead of Sal. Remember, you boomerang. Elms is mastermind, so his boomerang comes before you. That's all. No, ain't nothing against you, champ. Learn the ropes.
What up, Sal?
Ness, I ain't tripping on that boomerang back. But check this out, man. You doing it again on that whole ass shit. You acting like a little Morg and shit right now. Dog, listen. You got the Keith versus Manny fight. Cool, that's nobody's tripping. But what we saying is everybody's willing to fight everybody, right? You got Al trying to make fights with PPC fighters. Regardless if the nigga want 50-50, it's called negotiating. Whatever. You saying don't negotiate with the nigga, fuck Crawford is basically what you saying that's, and that's cool if that's how you feel. But the fans, we want to see these niggas mix it up, man. That's all we saying. Fuck the politics of it, G. That's all we saying is make these top niggas fight. The top 8 niggas should fight. That's all we saying. We get that they can make fights with each other all day long. Nobody's arguing that, G. What we saying is we want to see Crawford versus Spence. We want to see Crawford versus Keith. Crawford versus Danny. That's what the public's saying, G. We not getting into the politics of. We letting you doing that whole ass shit. You can do that all you want, but the fans, we just want the fights, fam. That's it. That's it, Ness. Stop politicking, G. You supposed to speak for us, nigga. Speak for us. Don't speak for the promoters, nigga. Speak for the voice of the people, right? Make the fights happen. You got the best platform, G, because these motherfuckers listen to you.
Cut it. Skirt.
Oh, my mic was off. Skirt. Yo, fams. You said it, voice of the people, and you did it. You jumped on here and you let the people know how you feel. You voiced your opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to provide you with the platform to let Bob know you frustrated. Let Al know you frustrated. Tim Smith listened to the show. Kelly Swanson listened. They know you frustrated. But let me tell you something. They ain't got nothing to do with plans, man. Business plans. You know, I'm a businessman.
Now you're an accountant. Now you're the motherfucking.
You know, and I see a lot of people mad that the tables turn, and that's why I'm smiling.
How had the tables turned though? when were they ever in favor?
Because a couple months ago, Bob was talking about we ain't talking about this fight. Oh, Al Heyman's a cancer. Now you want to call Al. Dog, I tried to tell Mike, and I'm happy it's happening this way, and Sal could be mad at me all he want, but people like Mike got to learn their lesson because our energy needs to be the same. We can't let me finish. You can get your rant and your rebuttal back. We can't let Bob sit around here talking about, when it's get to 500,000 and that be okay. We can't let Bob keep giving us Benavidez and Amir Khan and just preference it. Oh, that's who's left. What you want him to do? We want him to sell a motherfucker you can't refuse offer. No, y'all want Al to bend over backwards. And again, I ask y'all, show me the Bob Arum fighter that's fought on PBC, that's fought on Showtime or Fox. Show me that. But y'all want Al, the cancer, the dude that don't exist, the dude that he sued. Bob Arum sued him for now doing the same thing Bob is doing because he wanted to bring boxing to terrestrial TV. He sued him. No, he's violating the Muhammad Ali. He's signing too many people. You know what I'm saying? Yo, tables fucking turn. You mad. I'm not. Go ahead, Mike. Rebut.
I really forgot my rebuttal. To be honest with you,
too bad. Legendary boxer, talk to me.
My little fangirl. What's going on?
Hey, Mike, stop interrupting. And while I'm talking to Ness, you need to. Hey, Mike, you need to go Google.
Why you interrupting him? Why you interrupting him already?
And Ness, this guy just fucking came on the show and lied about the ratings that Crawford and Benavidez did.
Ooh,
this guy just lied.
What's the truth? Tell me the truth.
What's the truth? Hold on. Let me talk. This fucking guy doesn't let anybody speak.
Let him talk.
This guy doesn't let anybody fucking speak. This guy's like fucking Beetlejuice on Howard Stern show, fucking interrupting everybody. What the fuck is this?
Too bad you ain't got a face, you fucking
What
bum.
the fuck? Mute yourself if you have nothing smart to say. This guy said Crawford versus Benavidez is 3.6 million.
Why do I gotta be
This guy's a lying fucking ass. This guy's lying about Crawford doing 3.6 million. Crawford has never done 3.6 million in his life. He did 2.7 million, and this fucking guy just made it up out of thin air. Thurman came back after a 2-year layoff and beat his ass in 2.8 million. Shut up, Mike. You need to go Google the ratings first. You just lied, and I exposed you. You lied and said Crawford Benavidez is 3.6 million. You made that shit up. You made that shit up. Go Google it. Don't make up lazy lies.
Tables turn.
Goddamn. How is he going to say 3.6 million when Crawford's never even done 3 million? What the fuck is that? And you're fucking going to talk shit about Spence when you're a fucking habitual liar on here? You're lying like a Bob Arum.
What else he lied? What else he lied about, legendary boxer? What other facts you got for him?
Shit, he's talking about Spencer. Mikey sold all those pay-per-view. Mikey versus Lipiness was on Texas. You know how many tickets Mikey sold? 7,000, motherfucker. 7,000.
Woo! So basically, you saying Mikey ain't even a star in Texas?
Mikey sold 7,000 barely. I think it was 6,000. And this motherfucker's talking about Mikey sold all those tickets. Spence has Mexican fans too. He's got white fans too. There were white people, black people, Mexican people. Everybody was there. This stupid motherfucker's talking this dumb shit.
Mike, yo, you gonna let him hate you like this? Damn.
Also, Mexicans aren't the only one that buying pay-per-views. I'm fucking white. I bought pay-per-view. I'm a Spence fan. I would never buy a Crawford pay-per-view. Why would I buy a pay-per-view with a guy that got dropped by Sammy Vargas? Sammy Vargas is a fucking bum, and he wobbled and dropped Amir Khan, and you're putting him in a pay-per-view, and you want me to buy that shit? Fuck you. Hell no. What kind of shit is this, dude? They put Postol in a pay-per-view, and that guy is making $20K on Showtime tonight. Postol's making $20K on Showtime.
Damn,
these are the kind of guys that put in fucking pay-per-view.
My car costs more than that.
Fuck him.
My car costs more than that. What the fuck?
Yeah, I was wrong.
Yeah, he's getting 20K.
Oh shit! Hold on, legendary boxer.
I was wrong.
What?
I probably said 3.6. My bad. 2.6, 2.7.
Oh, so you're
off by 1 million. How are you that wrong? 1 million, bro.
Oh my God,
1 million. You're wrong by 1 million.
Hey yo, Errol Spence ring walk. Errol Spence ring walk. These niggas be lying on me. Yo, Errol knew why he came out with that song. I'm telling you.
And Ness, let me tell you this. 2 stats just came out about how much domination PBC and Fox are doing. Let me read these tweets to you. Ooh. There's this account on Twitter called Brooklyn Brawler. It's called BKLYN Brawler 05. Go follow him. It says through 421 this year, Americans have consumed over 2.1 billion minutes of live boxing events. And here's the percentage breakdown. Fox, 46%. Showtime, 13%. ESPN, 21%. And ESPN2, 2%. So PBC is doing 46% of the boxing on Fox, and ESPN is barely at 21%. And let me tell you another stat. How much domination is going on?
And who got more homes and more houses or homes, or however it's said? You know, who got more TVs and homes? Is it ESPN or Fox?
Fox has more homes, but ESPN is not even coming close. ESPN is in almost 100 million homes. They're not even doing half. So they have no excuse. They're just doing bad promotion. ESPN has 100 million homes. And listen to this. Listen to this.
Cut it.
Listen to this.
Legendary boxer, you are a great caller that needs a boomerang. I mean, I can't be, disrespecting the masterminds, boomerangs, and ringers, but you bring so many facts and you make it so entertaining. I tend to let you go over, but a guy like
let it get his 15 minutes of fame.
A guy like Javi is gonna eat me alive for that, man.
Who?
Javi.
Who? Man, fuck Javier, man.
Let me go out to Boomeranga. N.O., talk to me.
Whoa, what's going on, N.O.?
Yeah, see, Ness, bro. this shit really interesting on the shoot, bro. Let me I got the hallways in it. Let me walk in my room, man. But look, check this out, bro. This what I don't understand, Ness, bro. Now, anybody step in, let me know when I'm wrong or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Say, bro, pretty much what you said, and that's, bro. If you gonna be disrespecting me, bro, calling me out my name all the time, suing me and shit, how the hell we gonna do business, man? Who Bob Ellie doing business with that steady, like calling him out his name and suing him? You know what I'm saying? Him and Eddie Hearn with that shit, man. They not trying to make these fights, dog. Like Terrence Crawford need to sit that old ass man down and let him know, look, bro, I'll re-sign with you because you said you were gonna give me the big fight. What is you doing, man? Why are you talking crazy and shit like that? And Mike, you ride behind this man Crawford, dog. Yo, when you gonna get an interview, man? You can't even run up on him. Like, dog, how you gonna ride with a cat, dog? They not even let you in the gym, dog. You go down there, they tell you the gym closed, dog. But I'm saying, this man know you pumping for him out shit, dog. You can't get a man. Holler at Mike.
I got an interview with him.
I don't know. I
can't
ride with the cats like that.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the worst part. That's the worst part that he try to act like Mike ain't
you
doing
can't even
that.
get on the conference call, dog. No, he can't even get on the conference call, bro.
Hold on,
yes,
bro.
Man, that's cool, man.
Oh, no, I think Mike did make the conference call this time.
Wait, when that was? I didn't hear that shit. What conference call you was on?
The Crawford one.
The Crawford one.
I must have missed that one. Oh, yeah, I'm going back and watch that one. How many questions you got? One or three?
I was on that one and the David Benavidez one too.
David, who that? Nah, that's PBC.
Man,
stop that, champ.
shit,
I mean, Jose Benavidez.
Man,
right. Yeah.
You was in Thurman camp and all that. Like, I don't mess with Thurman, but like Thurman, you was in the man camp and all that shit, man. When they go show my man some love.
Yo, I was in Earl camp too.
Man.
I
you
mean,
did?
it's love over this side, man.
Yeah, they let Mike get like Earl. They let Mike get there, but he can't get the Crawford shit, but he can get the Earl shit.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, dog.
Crazy.
At
least
but you
he interviewed Derrick James.
Cut it.
At least Mike got to interview Derrick James, and when I tried to act like Mike, like maybe Derrick James ain't remember Mike, he was like, "Nah, I know who my man is. He interviewed me in Brooklyn." Like, nah, they show that real love, that genuine love, that yo, let's grow together. Like, I know you out here working. I know this is your job. Yeah, I know Mike. Yeah, he interviewed me. I know that. That's my man. I love that shit, man. I love that shit, because all we doing is uplifting the sport in our own way. Maybe you don't love everything I say, but I'm not out here talking hours and hours of boxing because I hate the sport. But I got a super chat from Basil Lomachenko that says, I mess with my man's nest. So I'm going to double my super chat since Mike says that's stupid. I tried to buy the fight on ESPN Plus, but it says the fight's unavailable on platform. Mike talks out his ass.
He tried to buy it on ESPN Plus, but he said it never was on ESPN Plus. Make your mind up, homie.
Well, it just said, he said that what it said to him was, it's not available on that platform. Like, why are you mad at him? Like, he just telling you what his television told him.
He went through his route. I went through my route.
Not according to Mike Southside. Fury was considered the best heavyweight boxer, period. Not according to Mike, but if anybody is a true fan, they can find me been saying that Fury is the worst heavyweight fight for all heavyweights.
Me and you, when we did that whole thing, Fury and Wilder fighting, were the only people on this fucking show that were like, hey man, he's a boxer now, so even though he's been out 2 years, he's still a boxer. Every other call in absolutely bashed Tyson Fury. They said Wilder gonna spark him out of there 1, 2, 3 rounds. He shouldn't even be in the ring with Wilder. None of these guys want to come back and change their fucking opinion. Be consistent like me. You can go back and listen to the tape, motherfucking when this shit got announced, and listen to my opinion and what I said, and tell me if I was right or if I was wrong.
I can't find my evil laugh, man, because legendary boxer just laughed and said, ha, 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 ha. I was trying to get the evil laugh soundbite. But, all right, we got Canna on Skype. Talk to me. Canna on Skype. You got to unmute, champ. In the meantime, we'll go to Ron G., the correspondent, New York City stand-up. Ron, what up? What up? On my whole voice right here. What up, Ron?
No, I need my Undertaker music for this dude, Mike, man. I see he's submitting over there, took his glasses off and everything. He thought he was gonna come and have a nice little day with his sunglasses.
You talking about Ego Mikey?
Took them glasses off, man. Where's your energy, Mike? You called for me, man. I'm here, man. You were comfortable without me on there.
Oh,
what's up,
Mike? G, you finally called in.
What's up, Mike? Why you got your sunglasses off? You asked for me to come on, on my nice day. What's up, Mike? What you want to talk about?
Now you were saying something in the chat. I'll just say what you got to say on the air.
You summoned me. What do you want to talk about?
I don't know. What was y'all talking about in the chat, man? What was y'all talking about in the chat?
Bring that same energy from the chat to the goddamn.
I'm right here, Mike. What do you want to talk about? Anything? You want to talk about Thurman, Spence, Crawford, Packett? You pick the choice, man.
Well, all right. The topic is, does Crawford deserve 50-50? In Earl's eyes, he's saying, yo, you don't deserve 50-50. You only did 100 and some pay-per-view buys.
Nah, he don't deserve 50-50, Mike. I'm sorry. It don't work that way. He gonna have to sell more, man. He can't be fighting leftovers and doing worse than the opponent.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because last night, I believe on the FaceTime, you had a different opinion.
Tell me why Crawford should be 50-50.
I believe on the FaceTime last night, you had a different opinion.
No. I never had an opinion about it 50-50.
Oh, you did, though.
Mike,
tell
me why you think it's 50-50.
Yo, forget about yesterday. He said, tell him right now.
Tell me right now. Why I don't give you? Just tell me right now.
Wilder and AJ.
What's your analogy? Let us know, man.
That Wilder demanding 50-50 is no different than Crawford demanding 50-50.
Why are we talking about Wilder? You tell me why Crawford deserves 50-50 for Spence.
That's what he's saying. He's saying because Wilder could demand it, so could Crawford. That's his argument.
Yep.
Just because you demand it? Yo, Mike, I could demand Crawford 50-50 right now. Does that mean I get it? Just because I demand it?
But did you not agree with it, though, yesterday?
No, I just told you. I don't know. Mike, I don't agree that Spence and Crawford's 50-50, especially the fact that...
up on me. I see how we do, Ron.
Mike, look at the numbers. Crawford don't even do the numbers. When you have to do the numbers to compete, especially the route that Spence is going. He's going to go and try to be the A side. And how do you compete with the A side? You either sell more or you try to collect the belts. He's going to go and try to pretty much
outpower Crawford. If he was this big pay-per-view guy, why is the fight with Sean Porter not been talked about pay-per-view?
Bro, Spence is going to do pay-per-view with Pacquiao or Thurman. He's going to keep building up his pay-per-view. Unfortunately, as much as I think the fight's going to be like a 50-50, on paper as business, Spence is building his profile so it won't be a 50-50. Even now, it's not a 50-50.
It'll definitely be 50-50, Ron. But just keep that same energy, man, you had last night.
It'll be 50-50 in however many years it took Wilder to get to 50-50.
I mean, from the plans of the Tim Smith plans and shit, it's going to look like that same route for the Wilder and Joshua.
Is Crawford's next fight going to be pay-per-view?
I hope not.
So then why you mad at Earl not doing pay-per-view and he did better?
You think the next 3 fights going to be pay-per-view for Crawford?
I'm not mad, but y'all make it seem like Earl is this.
Bro, I like Crawford as a fighter, but I'm talking about business.
Don't, Ron. I'm just saying y'all make it seem like Earl is this pay-per-view sensation now. I'm like, if you are, test the market. Test the market out again with no guy who's not Mexican. With just
how do you become a pay-per-view star if you don't have the opponents to build you a pay-per-view star?
So Sean
that's
Porter,
what I try to tell him. That Luis Ortiz and Tyson Porter, Fury on Wilder's resume helped him tremendously.
So Sean Porter, a WBC champion, is not worth being on pay-per-view, and he's
no. I don't think that's a pay-per-view fight, and I told you that.
Okay.
Just like we didn't think Khan was a pay-per-view fight, but that's the difference. You want us to blindly back non-pay-per-views.
I'm not but
that's what you did with Khan and Crawford.
Hold on, let me finish. I think that Porter and Spence is more competitive. And
I agree.
Is a better fight than Spence and Garcia, and therefore it should deserve pay-per-view. It is two titles.
You're thinking from a boxing fan.
It is 2 titles on the line. And 2 guys who are champions in their own division, who have big names, who done big numbers.
No. Sean Porter is not a big name. You got to understand.
Porter fought Keith Thurman on CBS,
demographics,
did $3 million.
His numbers is what's important. What was his viewership with the fucking Ugas fight? Stop talking about Keith Thurman, the star. Stop talking about Keith Thurman, the star.
Matters though.
Yeah. So you saying he's not an A side then? Because
it will be the A side.
Huh?
That was the A side.
You gotta give us numbers when he was the A side, just like we gave you numbers when Earl was the A side versus a nobody in Ocampos. That's how you gauge a dude. Stop it, man. You cheating on this argument for no reason.
2-time world champion, man. A guy who's in his physical prime, who's going to be in a more competitive fight, and he don't deserve pay-per-view.
Mike, you already said your statement. Let me rebuttal. when you get a shared demographic, national, like you get nationalism, you get, different demographics. Okay, you got to understand it's more than just, and I don't want to bring the whole race thing, but sometimes black versus black don't always sell when you get other markets. Look at Floyd's formula. That's why sometimes we didn't get the ideal fights we wanted because he went through the blueprint, the formula. Why do you think Errol came out with Mikey Garcia? You got two guys that you put on paper that's allegedly pound for pound with a shared market.
You try to build off that Garcia fight.
You shared markets. Floyd's out there fighting Japanese people. That's a shared market. Then he goes fights Mexicans. Then he goes fights Ricky Hatton in the UK. Then he fights, Maidana, Argentina. There's always a switch up. He's getting markets. Conor McGregor, an Irish following. He's getting other markets. So when you get markets involved, when you look down all the pay-per-views of non-heavyweight fights, you rarely see shared demographics of black and black, unless they were already pay-per-view stars.
Chill, Ron, because Bradley was a superstar that is now questioning coming out of retirement to fight Earl.
Not even Bradley was in demographics with Marquez and Pacquiao, totally two different markets. It's a fan base thing. So that's why I thought Sean Porter and Errol Spence wouldn't be pay-per-view next, and it should be at Barclays, and it looks like it might happen. That's what I predicted, Mike, and I stick to it. I don't think that fight's pay-per-view. And it's competitive and unified. The fight is, as a hardcore fan, you got to think for casuals, people who don't care like we care, Mike.
Mike don't care what you care. Ron, any interviews you want people to check out that you might have uploaded?
Definitely. We got a 30-minute from Danny Alvarez of Eddie Hearn, breaking down everything about Luis Ortiz, breaking down Tevin Farmer, Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney. It's 30 minutes, man. You know how Eddie Hearn likes to talk. We also got Daniel Roman on there. Plus, we got a whole bunch of stuff from the past from Crawford. We got Joe Mikowski from Dazn, breaking down his stuff, his situation with relationship with Matchroom Boxing, Lou DiBella, Triple G stuff, and we're gonna have tons of stuff from Canelo Alvarez this week. So just if you want to support us, hit the subscribe button. I'll be out there, Ness will be out there, Mike will be out there. They're gonna do their podcast, so it's definitely gonna be a fun week, and we'll be here to give you more stuff.
All right, let me get to some other callers. We're gonna go to Jason B. Talk to me.
What up, Jason?
On Skype, Jason B. Unmute yourself, champ.
What's up?
We hear you. Don't touch it. We hear you.
What's good, Mike? I see you with the stunner shades.
Nah, he took those off after a couple punches to the face.
Yeah, man. They was blind to me, man.
Yeah, speaking of blind, even Ray Charles could see that Crawford is a fool. Bro. Hey. Let's get something straight. Mike, you always say that when Spence and Crawford was face to face, you said that when Spence said, why would he go make that fight when it's easy to fight over here? He wasn't talking about in the ring, bro. He's talking about the business side.
Exactly.
And look, man. That's what all the callers
are saying. Nah, man.
That's what. So quit taking that out of context, bro. But look,
man, y'all knew
that's what all of us fans are saying too, bro. Of course we want to fight. Of course we do, but we know the reality
come on,
is,
Mike, you can't even believe that shit.
The problem is Bob Arum. We all know that.
I believe you, man.
Y'all there?
We here. Mike the one that, he in mad mode right now,
I'm listening, man. I'm
yeah,
listening. Y'all
but look, I see
a
lot of people are saying they in the chat like, man, ain't nobody talking about the actual fight. Well, we'd have to get through the politics first, as always, because that's boxing. But as far as the fight goes, yeah, Spence will beat him. Spence will beat Crawford.
Where you from again?
Dallas. From Dallas.
I heard in your goddamn voice. I didn't know that.
And that's the sad part. Where the Crawford fans at? Where Nebraska at, man? Where Nebraska at, man?
Nobody calling for that nigga.
Phil called in. We all over that.
Where Nebraska at, man? What's going on,
UK called
man?
in for Danny Crawford. What you talking about? We everywhere.
What's going on, man? Where the fans at, man? Where the public demanding this fight, man? That's all. That's all, man. That's how you gonna get it there, man. It's different. It's different. The other fights is being demanded. This one is like, are you demanding it? Because we got something on the menu, and you're like, oh, that menu don't look too bad. Let me go to Tony P on Skype.
Tony.
I'm plugged in. You got me?
We got you.
You plugged up, bro.
To talk about Errol's path, man. I love the fact that he's not fighting on pay per view next. Pac-Man versus Khan gonna be on pay per view, and the winner's gonna fight in a big pay per view on Fox. Mike, you gotta pay attention to that. That's big business. When the fight is big, Terrence gonna get his shot. It took Pac and Floyd like 10 years to fight. Terrence gonna get his fight, and I think it's a 50-50 fight. I don't got no pick, but understand, Errol's belt collecting right now. When the fight is big money, he gonna get his shot too. Yes! For all the belt. And that's my call, man. That's it. Simple as that.
Simple.
Good
That's
call,
how you
man. Good
do
call,
it.
brother.
Let's go to Dallas Cowboys on Skype.
Nigga like they love Errol Spence, boy. They love him.
Dallas Cowboy on Skype. You got to unmute yourself.
Go on once. Go on twice.
All right, we're going to go out to A. Talk to me, A. Got to unmute yourself.
What's good? What's good?
What's
Can
up?
you hear me?
We hear you.
All right, cool. I got a lot to say, so I'm gonna just jump right in. Yeah. Spence my best welterweight. Crawford is my pound number one, so I'm be calling this down the middle. Spence is right about top rank. He said what everyone's thinking, and to make things worse, Bob Arum promotes Lomachenko right in front of him. Crawford made a mistake signing to top rank, but at the end of the day, if that's the guy that changes his life, then whatever. At the same time, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit from Spence. What he needs to do is address Crawford saying he wants him next. Don't get twisted. I'm pulling for Spence. I'll pick him to beat Crawford, and I ain't saying he's ducking because he's chasing belts, but he's out here making us look bad right now. He needs to come out and say, let's make the fight right after I beat Porter. But I got a feeling he ain't going to do that. He's probably going to call out Keith right after the Porter fight. But with that being said, we need to stop hyping up Crawford like he's out here doing something. He beat Jeff Horn, Benavidez, and Amir Khan. Jeff Horn was the weakest champion. Benavidez had one leg, and people out here saying they're impressed with him going 5 rounds with a glass chin. Amir Khan, who just came back playoff, fighting 2 bums and had elbow injuries. People need to stop capping. He ain't done shit in welterweight, and he would have a tough fight against Spence, Thurman, Porter, and Garcia. I rate him for what he's done in the lower divisions, but at 147, we need to stop gassing the guy. And last thing is that I seen someone, people in the comments saying, y'all don't know what you're talking about because you only been watching boxing a year. I've been watching boxing for 2 years. I'm going to tell you straight, and I know a lot. I don't know the most, but I've done my research and looked into my history, and I can say this. If you have to rely on how long people have been watching boxing to make your argument, then your argument is weak. It don't take long to get up to speed on boxing. We don't have to wait for fights. We can go on YouTube and watch them back to back, and that's all I got to say.
Good call, brother, and great point because, research is power, and no one can stop you from doing research. So you're absolutely right. You can easily increase your boxing knowledge by just joining YouTube. We're going to go to Brandon, all north the Nest. I don't know what, Brandon. Come on. Is this probably Brandon from Cincinnati on Skype? I don't know. Brandon. Little
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Talk to us.
Yeah, man. Blog Talk was down, so you made a nigga make a Skype. It's all good, though. At this point, man, I'm tired of arguing about niggas ducking my boy Bud. No matter what I say, no matter what evidence is shown, niggas gonna find an excuse. We got fans talking who A side and B side like they getting the cut of the fucking money these fighters is making. I don't understand that. This shit is lame.
Thank you
for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
You a hater.
I could give a fuck who get the A side and B side. Real boxing fans just want to see the best fight the best. You turn on ESPN, if Errol on there, they asking Errol about Crawford. They ain't asking Errol about nobody else. You turn on ESPN, they asking.
Not yet. Wait till July. Wait till July, champ. Wait till July.
Hold on, fam. It's obvious who wants this fight, man. You turn on ESPN pay-per-view, they asking Bud about Errol. They asking, they discussing the fight. You turn on these shows.
Hold on a minute. Oliver, thank you, Oliver, for handling that. Oliver in Bermuda just joined the call. Go ahead, Brandon.
Like I said, you turn on ESPN, they discussing Errol. They in the fight up doing discussion. You turn on PBC shows, they don't even talk about Bud. They act like he don't exist. And he's a champion. They don't want to build the fight up. PBC don't want to build the fight. Don't even mention Bud. They got a Bud square jar PBC where they put $100.
Brandon, let me ask you something. Why should PBC want the fight now? Tell me. Is Earl going to get the most money now? Is he going to maximize, get the most exposure now? Is he going to be the next Floyd Mayweather because he fought Crawford now? Think about that. Think about that. Get yourself a boomerang status, though. Thought he was about to give me a rebut. Chill, champ.
He about to get 5 minutes of this motherfucker.
He got like 2 because he always bring the heat. And it's like, not everybody come for me, so I try to let him go a little more. That's why I even give Javier more because he always come for one of us. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to go to Irene. Talk to me. I hope I'm saying that right, but whatever. Actually, no, it's not you, Irene. I got to go to Oliver Boomerang status in Ohio by way of Bermuda. What up?
Yo, how is everyone?
We're good. We're good. I mean, not Mike. He's taking a lot of heat today, but you know it is what it is.
Well, when it comes to Crawford, he's always taking heat. But look, at the end of the day, let's not look at what Spence is talking about. Let's just look at how long was Crawford asking for the Pacquiao fight. They didn't give him that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we still have to. It's all on Crawford because after the fights, what is he saying? Everyone's asking him, who does he want to fight? Who does he want to fight? His response is always, well, you know, that depends on who my promoter wants me to fight. So if Crawford's going to catch any slack, it's his responsibility. It's on him. Like, he has a good trainer that talks a lot of shit. When he's in the gym or when it's they're getting face to face, he talks a lot of shit. But whenever they ask him, who does he want next? He says, it's my promoter. No one cannot say that Errol Spence isn't always looking for the big fights. He always has, even before he was champ. He's been consistent with that. And so I'm not saying that Crawford is scared. I don't really know what's going on in his mind. I don't know what type of bag ESPN is giving him. But, I mean, he's going to get into this type of trouble. He's going to get these criticisms when he's responding the way he does after these fights. So everyone smash the like button. Smash the like button, go on Patreon, all that good stuff. Keep putting up good content. Talk with you guys later.
All right, Oliver, you had a little bit of trouble there with the internet, but I want to address this comment, not a super chat, Mike, but it's for the both of us because you use the analogy for Crawford and I use it against Crawford. Ryan Bruce says, so Ness says, in all caps, Crawford doesn't deserve 50-50. Then he goes back to regular letters and he says, because he hasn't fought the opponents, etc. But he isn't consistent with the Wilder versus Joshua. You could use the same argument, Ness. What you got to say now? The same thing I've been saying, but it's like you guys have dookie in your ears, not just wax. Is mierda in your ears. Because Wilder has fought number 2 and 3 heavyweight. Number 2 and 3 heavyweight. Doesn't matter. That's not what Crawford's done at welterweight. Until he does, claim of 50-50 talk is ludicrous. Let me get to some more calls. We're going to go to, unless you want to rebut that or have anything to say about that chat, that message.
I think the chat hit it right on top of the head. I don't think it's much for me to say. That's my whole argument.
Okay, but what about the fact that I'm saying that Wilder faced Fury and Luis Ortiz and Crawford hasn't faced those equivalents in his division. Luis Ortiz would be, he was what, top 3, top 4 maybe? So that makes him Crawford, Thurman, Earl, like, and that's who Crawford hasn't faced, bro. So then again, if you say Tyson, that brings him even higher in the ladder, you know? So now you're like Pacquiao, Earl, Thurman, Crawford. Like, it's hard, bro. It's that argument is hard. It's so flawed. I don't understand why you're holding on to it.
It's a good argument.
All right. Ryder on Skype. Talk to me.
Yo, I just want to respond to what you just said there. For Wilder to fight number 2 and 3, You talking about outside AJ and Wilder or what? Because AJ's number 1, Wilder's number 2. So
Exactly.
they can't both be at
listen,
number. They can't both be at number 3.
So listen, if you're fighting, right? If AJ's number 1, then Fury and Wilder are arguably number 2, right? Because of the draw. Luis Ortiz is 3. Dillian White is 4. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying.
That's your opinion. If you think he's number 3,
so
that's fair enough.
Where do you put?
I just wanna,
where do you rank Luis and Fury at?
Right now, or when Wilder was fighting him?
When Wilder was fighting him is only fair.
When Wilder was fighting him, he shouldn't have been even in the rankings.
Okay.
He just fought Sefer Seferi and Pianeta.
Okay. So where did you rank Tyson Fury at the time of the Wilder fight?
I didn't even have him ranked.
Okay, and after the fight?
Number 2.
All right. And where did you have Jose Benavidez ranked at the time of the Crawford fight?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure.
All right.
But let me go back to this AJ. Can I just go back to this AJ?
I'm going to give you a ton of time because this is my thing. Before those fights and after the fights, right? We thought less of the guy. We thought poorly of the guy when Crawford fought him. Or when he announced the fight, and then we thought even less of the guy after he fought them. It's the other way around with Wilder.
I agree
Wilder
with you.
fought Luis Ortiz. Wilder fought Luis Ortiz. His stock raised. People thought he should have won the fight in the 7th round. Fury fought Wilder. His stock raised. People thought he should have won the fight. It's very different for you to say that Crawford and Wilder are the same person, but whatever. I'm
not saying they're the same. I think Spence deserves 60-40. You never heard me say, I think it's 60-40 Spence, definitely. But I'm saying, if you're talking about the AJ Wilder situation, him beating Ortiz and drawing with Fury, he drew with Fury, that doesn't mean he deserves 50-50. If you want to determine a split, you have to look at their market values, you have to look at belts, you have to look at how much they've earned. AJ is about to earn 38 million against Miller.
Okay,
he has
Ryder,
4 belts. Wilder has 1.
Ryder, let's keep it in context.
One has 8.7 million.
Let's
one
keep
has
it in
1
context,
million.
Ryder.
Compare all these things, how can
Ryder.
he possibly deserve 50-50? You have to apply, come on.
Ryder, let's keep it in context, right? We're only using AJ.
No, you have to talk about everything.
Listen to me.
We
will. Let's keep it in context, though. We're only using AJ and Wilder as analogies or metaphors to this particular argument. Again, if you say we have to factor in, give me all those things we need to factor in again. Give me your list.
Okay, their market value, who their endorsements are, how many belts they have, how much they've earned.
All right.
All of those things.
So now keep it in context. Is Wilder Crawford in his market value, his belts, his endorsements? Because that's
he's not. And Spence is not AJ. And Spence is nowhere near AJ.
But who's closer in the division to AJ? Is it
Spence is nowhere near AJ and Crawford is nowhere near Wilder.
Excuse me.
The gap is equal.
Who is closer? You can't say the gap is equal. The
gap is equal in my opinion.
Listen,
I honestly think the gap is equal.
This is why Javier gets mad, because I give UK callers so much time, because I like to try to explain. But how are you going to say the gap is equal when Crawford's first pay-per-view did 50,000, Spence did 4? There's no gap equal. Like, you can't ignore that pay-per-view. You can't erase it. There is no equal gap. It's totally different. You can't ignore that. You can't ignore that when Crawford did his big shot pay-per-view with Pelstall, it didn't do almost 50,000 tickets. You can't ignore that. You can only gauge a person by their first. I seen someone else in the comments say, "Oh, Ness, you can't compare Spence first pay-per-view to AJ's. AJ was in his 16th fight. So what? Because the market indicated it. You think, look at Lomachenko. He got a title shot after the second fight because he and his market indicated it. Come on, guys. Stop, man. We got to be fair. We're going to go to Arnie. Talk to me.
What's going on, Arnie?
CES Arnie or CES Arnie? C's? No? You're on mute.
Going once.
Going twice.
3 times at the old ball game.
And
All right. You got me.
We do.
Okay, yeah, we got you loud and clear, sir.
Okay,
Loud and clear.
man. Sorry about that. It's Caesar Renee. I know I got it kind of weird.
This nigga said Arnie, nigga. Oh,
Yo,
why ain't
hey,
get Arnie?
Mike, Mike, there's no way you're gonna get Caesar out of CES, then a period, then Arnie.
Yeah, it's my first and middle name together. Caesar Renee. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all good. Hey, let me be quick, man. Thanks so much. I'm coming out from Mexico. I gotta come out here from Mexico. Just another boxing fan. Hey, this is the thing here, man. We got to see. I don't think. I just want to get back to Bud if he's gonna fight Spence in the future. You know what I mean? This whole situation with Bud Crawford. I don't think Bud is gonna fight Spence anytime soon. Just as you guys have been saying it, because he has a boss. Bob, he renewed his contract recently with Top Rank, and we see the same problem. Why do we think the people who are analyzing the situation, why do we think that Mikey Garcia left Top Rank, Mayweather left Top Rank, who else? This heavyweight Andy Ruiz. Did you guys see that?
Yep.
He left.
Yep.
Boxing Voice just did a video on that recently. I think it was in January, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I referenced you, Boxing Voice. I did a YouTube video also. I got a YouTube video. It's called Channels Renee Boxing, but I did one and I explained that, man. I mean, and people don't see that. That's why I think here, Bud, I'm sure he does want to fight Spence, but it ain't gonna happen soon unless Bud leaves Top Rank. But he's gonna have to pay a big chunk of change if he wants to leave Top Rank. I think Bud done messed up. He's stuck with these cheap fights and cheap matchups. That's why we saw I think we all know it's a fact that the pay-per-view event with Khan was a big dud. The promotional, the promo on that whole fight was horrible. They're putting more light on Lomachenko than on Bud, when Bud deserves the light that Lomachenko is getting. It's just messed up, man.
I mean, technically speaking, Lomachenko's fought in the better opponents in all of his divisions. Bud didn't. Bud hasn't faced the caliber of opponents that Lomachenko has faced. There's just.
I know that's another thing. I mean,
that's probably what Earl is saying. It's like, yo, your own promoter ain't giving you the big fights, but he's making sure that Loma gets the big fights.
Yeah, that's another aspect we can focus on too. That Bud, he ain't getting no. I mean, who are the best names that Bud has?
Gamboa and Amir Khan.
Yeah, exactly. Or Jeff Horn. I mean, come on.
Only Mike likes that name.
So I don't think. I mean, this is just my humble opinion. I don't think we're gonna see Bud Crawford and Spence until 2022, unless he leaves Top Rank, man. In the meantime, Spence is going to be, pounding out these welterweights and PBC. These PBC fighters, man.
For sure, man. Great call, bro. Hope to hear you back again, Caesar. Take that period out of there, confusing the fuck out of me. I won't remember any of the explanation next time he calls, but I want to try Dallas Cowboys one more time. You there?
What up, Dallas?
Have you figured out that unmute button, or you just listening? It's all good. I mean, it might be Errol Spence or Derek James. It's all good. Come on, Derek. Earl? Man down.
Yo.
All right. Man down. One time. All right. Sir Douglas, I just want to tell you, you've never. Oh, actually, Sir Douglas, even if you were. Didn't know, you're gone now. So yeah, Mike, it's over, man. It's over, man. It's over. You ain't got to take this beating no more. It's all right.
Nothing, man. It's just, I still stand on my principle. I think the fight will come down to be 50-50 when it's all said and done. I think both guys will get a career high payday by fighting each other.
Who missed me? What they talking about? Who missed me, dog? I don't know what anybody's saying. Dallas, damn, what? I'm going back. Who's there on Skype? Who I missed on Skype?
Rod A70, man.
Where you at?
You don't see me?
Bro, you
I've been on here like an app.
Yo, your Skype name says Dallas Cowboys, champ. You guys gotta you
Damn,
guys.
for real?
Yeah, man, I've been calling you all freaking show.
Man, I thought it should say Rod. I'm gonna go through and change it. My bad, man.
Nah, that should say Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Oh man, I guess I accidentally changed it one day. My bad. But yeah, make sure you guys read my super chat I sent in also. But
we got a ton
to
of
talk about go with the Crawford situation. It's just funny to me that some of these guys don't understand that Ness' job is to tell you the business of boxing, not to tell you shit that you want to hear. He could sit here all day and say they're going to fight next when he know they're not going to fight next. I appreciate Ness and Mike because they've already let us know it's a good chance that Wilder won't fight AJ next instead of me getting my hopes up that they're going to fight this year. So I'm in the back of my head, I know that it's a chance due to business they might not fight. So when you look at this fight on paper for the boxers is a 50-50 fight. But when you look at the business side, it's more of a 60-40 fight. And it's just confusing how everyone is upset and screaming for Crawford when Errol Spence has 5 of the top 6 welterweights on his side of the ring, on his side of the promotion. And he could fight any one of them guys. And if you think about it, when you compare AJ and Wilder was frustrating because it made the most business and money sense. If you look at Spence right now, Thurman to make more money with Spence to make more money with Thurman. Spence to make more money with Pacquiao. Hell, he probably make more money with Danny Garcia than Crawford right now. So Spence has 3 fights that he can make more money with over Crawford. And I get what people are saying, that you want to see the best fight the best, but we also have to keep business into perspective. And if Errol Spence fight Thurman and or Danny Garcia next, those are guys who have done more in the welterweight division than Crawford. I'm not going to be mad. It's just stupid, man. We have to understand that. I want to see them fight. But it's just dumb to me the way people don't understand how this boxing thing works. And I think it does come with time because I've been watching boxing since 1996 when I was in the 7th grade. So I understand how it works. I saw De La Hoya. I saw Parnell Whitaker. I saw the end of Cesar Chavez senior fighting. I saw Roy Jones Jr. I saw how him and Bernard Hopkins couldn't get in the ring because of business situations. So it's just frustrating to me to hear these people call in and just want to fight like it's just going to happen like that. And one last thing before you cut me off, if Al Heyman called Bob Arum tomorrow and said, I want to make the fight next, send Crawford over here because Errol Spence is the A side, so we're going to do it on Fox, Bob Arum will hang up the fucking phone in his face. So don't tell me they really want the fight. That's my call.
And Mike is going to say that this fight deserves to be co-promoted when, again, there's a clear A side. Just like John Skipper sent. Let me talk. Why you hating? Why you hating on my conversation? Like, damn, didn't John Skipper just send 120 million over to Wilder? Come on, bro. That you gotta be fair, but you not. It's all good. Riding the A70 who just called in.
Out here in the public saying it should be co-promoted. Just like it was a clear A side in the Mayweather fight.
Whatever, bro.
It got co-promoted.
This audio gonna be here forever, man.
With Mayweather McGregor, it still got co-promoted. UFC shit was still selling that motherfucker out they trunk too, nigga. What you talking about? Big fights get co-promoted.
Hey yo, now he's saying Crawford is McGregor. Riding the A70 who just called in, Super Chat says, as I said before, Porter 719 on Fox. Danny Garcia, 1119 pay-per-view. Thurman or Pac, 420 pay-per-view. Canelo, 2020 pay-per-view or DAZN. Crawford should be humble and take 65-35. Yo, this is his Errol Spence plan. He thinks Earl's gonna fight Crawford. I mean, excuse me. That's what Mike wants. He thinks Errol Spence is gonna fight Porter next in July. Then he's gonna fight Danny on pay-per-view, or Thurman or Pac on 4/20/20. So next year in April, he's gonna fight Thurman or Pac or Danny. No. He said Danny is in November pay-per-view for sure. He says Thurman or Pac is next year, 2020. Then his pay-per-view with Canelo, the one that I want that in September 2020. Mexican whatever, right? And then it's going to be, he says pay-per-view or DAZN for that Canelo fight. Okay. But if he goes to DAZN, it's over. He never even mentions Crawford. He says Crawford should be humble and take 65-35. How much of a whatever is that? What are these? Which one? Let me say this one more time because I fucked it up, thoroughly. So he says, as I said before, Porter versus Spence, July 19th, this year on Fox, non-pay-per-view. Then it's going to be Danny Garcia, November 19th, on pay-per-view. Then it will either be Thurman or Pac, because Thurman or Pac will be fighting each other July of this year on pay-per-view. So he will fight the winner of that April 20th next year in 2020 on pay-per-view. Then he will finish the year out with Canelo in September on Canelo's Day, either on the Zone or pay-per-view. You think that's realistic, Mike?
My bad, I've been talking. I think that's a lot of pay-per-views, and I think that the Canelo one is probably won't be pay-per-view. But the Manny Pacquiao winner between Thurman and Pacquiao, I think that builds up for one. The Danny Garcia is the one that's kind of tricky. Depends on how well how I don't know. I don't know how you necessarily sell that as pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Danny and Earl. But maybe Danny and Crawford could be pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? That could be an option for like Crawford coming up here shortly. But
wait, so Danny and Earl, you don't think it could be pay-per-view, but Danny and Crawford could be pay-per-view.
Not if Earl goes out there and beats Sean Porter. I think the most logical thing for Earl to do is to fight the Keith Thurman and Pacquiao winner, and just do his mandatory after Sean Porter and have that.
So you want? I see. You want Earl to just go. I mean, yeah, you want Earl to just go fight all the tough fights back to back to back to back to back.
No. What I'm saying is Earl fight Sean Porter,
and then go fight the winner of Pacquiao Thurman.
No, get his mandatory out the way, get his little whoever's gonna be Ocampos 2 or whatever. Then
but that's why he gonna pay step aside money to that dude, do a big fight.
I don't think he will though.
No, but that's what they gonna do. Pay step aside, do a big fight, and fight Danny.
You don't
want him to fight Danny. Yeah.
Danny's dangerous though.
He trying to save Danny for Crawford.
No. Danny dangerous. Like
I know he is, but you want him. You know his cachet big.
Garcia,
you know his cachet big. That's why you trying to get Danny on the Crawford side to help build him. You wanted the bubble. Come on, Mike. Just admit it. We've been here for 2 hours. Admit it. It's hard for you to say that he's the A side. You've gone through the facts thoroughly. It's tough, man.
What? Who's A side?
Your boy.
But yeah, of course.
Oh man, delusional status. Jason B, I'm gonna give you one more shot. Jason B, you might also be like Rod and A70 and not know your Skype
like
name.
Jason or like Kyle or some shit.
Nah, if I haven't gone to you on Skype, speak now. That's how simple we can do it. Skype.
Jason B, you already got me, bro. I'm just listening.
You the man then. All right, that means we got to everybody. So officially we out. Let me make sure I ain't getting miss no super chats. What we got? We went to Rod's. We do got one from Bama Bo, which says,
shit, man, we got a lot of them, nigga.
Hot sauce Grawls, bringing the fire. All right, I'm gonna find the rest. We got like 2 more, I think.
Did you get to the one like at the top?
The only one I don't see that I didn't get to is
Hold on.
Social Scientist says, I love you, Mike, but you had to download the Fight TV app to go get the fight. Couldn't get it through ESPN. They made it wild inconvenient.
Did you get one from Matthew Valentine? Ness.
Yep.
Brick City.
Yep. And put it on the screen. Also put on the screen Texas C, which I will say out loud. The perception was Fury was a cherry pick with the emoji of a cherry.
Exactly, Texas C.
That's what he says, exactly.
Rod A7.
Even though Mike and I was on every show saying this ain't no cherry pick, that was the argument. That was the argument of the Wilder haters, which we detracted every time and debunked every time. But now Mike wants to suit his argument, so all of a sudden Wilder cherry pick.
So
I'm gonna see if Mike got that energy when we go to the next Wilder camp.
I can't use
when we go to the next Wilder camp. I'm gonna ask you to ask Wilder like, yo, you think that was a cherry pick, champ? Because I do.
Because I do.
Am I just? You just said yeah. You said it was a cherry pick. You said that's the perception.
Am I using public perception to boast my argument?
I know what I was doing was debunking public perception. When they were saying he's a champion, I said, bro, this is a dangerous fight. I don't know why he took this fight. This is a dangerous fight.
And I wasn't saying the exact same thing?
No, now you saying the public perception
I'm using
is cherry.
my the public, some people in the public, this is my exact
Were
words.
you part of the public?
No, I'm part of the media.
So did you think it was a cherry?
I've been on. I was on air about 5-10 minutes ago.
I won't put you through this any longer.
Back to November, December, whenever the shit got announced, I'm on record saying, as soon as it's announced, Fury's a dangerous opponent, man. He can box. He's a boxer that was on his toes.
I won't put you through any much more torture, Mike. It's all good, man.
I've been tortured, bro. It's on video, verbatim. I mean,
Joseph Rodriguez, mastermind, on a super chat. Now y'all begging for Danny? Now y'all gonna beg for Danny?
Begging for Danny.
Yeah, you the only one begging for Danny.
Man,
You the one saying Crawford versus Danny's a pay-per-view, but not Earl versus Danny after Earl beats Porter if he does and unifies. Somehow that's not pay-per-view. Bo from Bama on the super chat says Earl needs to fight Andre and Crawford. Yeah. Yeah. Andre calling him out. Even Andre calling him out because Andre see who the star is. That's how you do. When you a star, you get called out. Danny was at 40 getting called out by Thurman because they seen who the star was. Just like Mike over there calling out Danny for Crawford because he see who the star is. And them stars shining bright on that PBC side of things. I'm just saying.
I just recognize, man, Danny is a good opponent. Mm-hmm. And I don't disrespect Danny.
But he ain't a good opponent for Crawford, for Earl somehow.
Says who?
You. You said that ain't no pay-per-view, but it is for Crawford.
I don't think it is pay-per-view.
But it is for Crawford.
Yeah, because Crawford had it. And the reason I say that, come on, man, you smarter than this, bro. You have to pay Danny, right? Right? To necessarily get Danny over there, you got to pay Danny, right?
So you saying Al ain't paying Danny?
See, you fucking taking my shit out of the fucking country.
I'm just saying, if you got to pay Danny to get him over there.
Can I get my fucking argument?
Okay. I'm sorry. You scared me right there.
In order for Bob Arum to get Danny over there, he got to pay him real good. And in order for him to pay him real good, he has to put that fight on pay-per-view where it could draw some more money in and give more sponsors and give more whatever the pay-per-view provides. That's the only way you're gonna get Danny over there. I don't think you can pay Danny $6-7 million and put him on fucking regular ESPN. We seen that he turned down $4 million. So you got to come back with at least 5, 5.5, 6, somewhere around there, and then give him a pay-per-view upside.
Man, somebody's sending me messages to ask you and shit.
Ask me what, man?
I don't know. I gotta find it.
Call in and ask me, man.
He already got to speak. That's what it is, man. So they on Skype, like sending you mad messages. Yo, they mad at you. They don't understand why you lying, man.
I'm not lying.
Here you go. He says, who is this? I don't even know who said that. Oh, is that Elms? Oh, no, I think that's Tony P. It could be Elms or Tony P. Ask Mike why anyone should go to rank. Oh, no, go to top rank. Arum don't even promote Crawford. What you think Arum going to do with the fighter that's not his?
Man, what do you mean? Like,
meaning, why should Earl go over there when Earl is being promoted properly and Crawford is not?
Earl wouldn't be going over there. Make no mistakes about it. Whenever that fight happens, whoever is left when the dust settles on the PPC side would not be going anywhere, and vice versa. It would be a joint pay-per-view. Mark my words. You heard it here first. You may heard it here second.
Just like Mayweather-Pacquiao was joint pay-per-view, not 50-50. Mark my words. You heard it here first.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Definitely we'll see.
We'll see.
See how that plays out.
See how that plays out. See how Crawford gonna demand 50-50. Yo, Pacquiao fought massive good people and couldn't get 50-50.
But it did get knocked out though, too, though.
This is stupid.
Yeah. You remember when Kevin Hart was telling AJ that shit? He was like, you got to roll your shoulders. He was like, this is stupid. I know you're mad right now, Mike. We're going to be back with another one, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Obviously, not only does it help with the visibility of the show, helps with the interviews. If you haven't checked our interview out with Jay Jimenez, the manager of Luis Ortiz, which everyone is using quotes from to, not only, if they're not using quotes, they're trying to call them direct because they heard the fire that happened on the show. So credit yourselves for getting it. You helped us get to 100,000, and only you can help us get to 200,000. And continue to get big names. And because of those numbers, we will be live in Las Vegas doing our show, and expect big names on our live shows. Names like Evander Holyfield, Oscar De La Hoya, Ryan Garcia, Sugar Ray Leonard are all to grace our podcast table. We'll have live video, and we'll have BTS footage of us working in Las Vegas for the Canelo versus Jacobs fight, doing our live show Thursday, Friday, and even possibly Saturday, being able to go live not only for a live fight chat, but for an immediate reaction, which is something I desperately want to do and don't want to fucking fail on for this fight. Jacobs versus Canelo, super fight, Dazn. If you don't have Dazn, you can use our link in the description below. Make sure you get it for this fight at least. This is a real fight. Refreshing super chat. You see any super chat on the way out? I don't want anybody to feel disrespected as they normally do.
No, I don't see that.
Yo, we're going to come back if there's more, man. I'm on work mode. I want to kill it. You know, we want to grow, and only you guys can help us do that.
I'm down.
If you haven't subscribed to our Patreon, do so at patreon.com/The Boxing Voice. Check out our latest Patreon betting only show. My parlay is live. It's hot. Maybe you can follow it. Obviously, you can't follow my Friday one because I gave you the tip on Thursday via Patreon. But you took my Ulysses advice versus Claggett, or my Claggett advice versus Ulysses. Either way, you made out like a bandit, like you know, and your parlay should still be alive, like you know. But yo, I'm out. And that's GTO, Instagram and Twitter. My bad, Gross. The boss.
Gross 1911 on IG and Gross 2312 on Twitter. Yep, peace out.
Peace. Hit the communities page if you want to recommend any topics on Patreon. Hit the community page. We do need topic recommendations. Always helps out. Peace.